How are we doing, guys? We thought we'd jump on a little bit earlier for this one. Obviously.
Apparently it's starting though,
Is
Lozzie.
it?
I thought it was supposed to start 10 p.m. UK time, but I'm all wrong. I don't know what's going on. But we're here.
We're
We
here,
haven't
guys,
missed
to
anything.
join in with the fun. Obviously, the Flintstone lift. This one is going to be exciting. Now, let me just kind of throw back a few years ago when the last time they had this event at World's Strongest Man was 1997.
Yeah.
The most anyone lifted in 97 was 160 kilos. The athletes in the final have to start at 175 kilos. So I think it's fair to say strongman has evolved.
Oh, God,
a little bit over the years.
A lot since then.
But,
and for those of you who are just joining us, should we get the points after the first two
Sure.
events? And that was the Kanak medley and then obviously the deadlift for reps. So this is where we're standing right now. Alexei Novikov is in the lead with 18 points. Half a point behind him is Tom Stoltman. Mitch Hooper in third with 16 points. A little bit of a drop in points then, down to Trey Mitchell on 12.5. Martin's on 12, Brian on 11, Luke 10, Maxine 6, Gabriel Rome 4.5, and Aethor on 2.5 points.
So I've been told we've got about 20 minutes till we start.
Okay, so we've still got a little bit of time to chat with you guys. Hi, everybody. Yes, thank God work is over.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's everyone been up to today? I mean, literally, our day has been, well, I don't know about you.
Sort of waiting for this, to be honest.
I went to the gym, had a few clients that was training,
Definitely
did a
did
session
that.
myself, got home, and I've just been excited about World's Strongest Man.
Yeah, what more can you do?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It's Alex. I'm on time for this one, Auntie Liz.
Good boy, Alex.
Alex is very upset because I was like, the whole spreadsheet family's here, and then he did a sad video because he wasn't able to make it in time. But you're here now, and that's the most important thing.
You got a new member as well.
Yes, thank you to our new member. I've got to go back a bit. Matthew, thank you for joining us. So who do you think is going to win the Flintstone left? Who do you think?
Do you know what? This is one that's really hard to predict.
I think so
I
too.
suspect that Novikov is going to be really good at this.
I think so.
I hear that Tom Stoltman is really good at this.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leashes could be good. Trey, obviously someone like Luke Stoltman with his amazing pressing power.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to pull off. Like,
it's a hard one
it's
to
very
pull.
different to a log.
we
It's
haven't
different
seen
to an
it.
axle. We don't see it as a lift that's performed that often.
No,
I mean,
rare.
2 times at World's Strongest Man we've had this lift. The World's Strongest Man record is 210 kilos by Gary Taylor. The competition record in strongman, the most anyone's done on a lift similar to this, is by Kuklayev. And he's a former Olympic lifter. He did 240 kilos.
270.
No, 240.
Oh, sorry, he did 270 in the gym. Didn't
He did 270 in an exhibition.
Beg your pardon.
But in competition, 240. Now, obviously, the conditions that they're lifting in today are a bit different to being in a gym.
Yeah, of course.
The flooring's different. The bar's different to an Olympic lifting bar. So I don't expect to see 240. But I'm going to kind of put a stab in the dark at 220.
Okay. That's lower than I'd expect.
Maybe 227.5, which is 500 pounds.
But obviously, it very much depends on the weight jumps.
Yeah, it does. I don't know the official jumps. I'm going to guess that 227 will be a jump because that's 500 pounds.
Yeah, well, this sort of relates to Dustin's question. Thank you for the super chat, Dustin. Hello, fair to say this one may be harder to call than the others today. We agree.
Absolutely.
Who will go over 500 pounds? We'll see.
Do you know what? I don't think many people will. I think now we're deep into this competition. The numbers are probably going to be slightly less than people are talking about. But that being said, who knows? It's going to be an exciting event. And I wish I could. This is one I really want to see.
Yeah.
I wish I could actually see the guys lifting. So even like getting the results. If they are going to do a behind the neck jerk type technique, they'll either make it easier or it won't go at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those lifts. It's not like a strict press or something like that.
Right. Stephen, thank you for the super chat. Wuss cutting ties with Mark Boyd. Reaction.
I think it was all they could do, really.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not out there with the guys, but from what we're hearing and what we know, the guys are quite upset with Mark Boyd.
The athletes are very upset.
I think if Wuss wants a chance of surviving and having any of these guys come to competitions again, then it was probably all they could do. So, yeah, not surprising in my opinion. and probably in your opinion too.
Yeah, definitely.
Mitchell, thank you for the super chat. Tom with a big time performance on the deadlift. Can't wait till he wins it again so we can celebrate Scotland style.
I bet the Scottish are going crazy right now.
He's got such a good chance now as well, because like you said, that was the event where he did drop some points last year. He's not really dropped anything at all this year. He's still got some incredible events to come. So
yeah.
Honestly,
this is the one. If Tom can be top 3 in this event, then he's going to be very hard to beat.
Agreed. Marina, thank you for the super chat. I think Loz was right. Brian is strong enough to win, but the hunger isn't there. He isn't willing to die for it like some of the other new guys are.
It's something that happens to us as we get older. You know, your priorities change, and you can say all the right things. You can put the work in, and you can have certain days where you feel great. But you're never going to be as hungry as those guys that haven't made it yet. The ones that are trying to kind of
the chasers, if you like.
You kind of go on this trajectory, and you're kind of going up and up and up and up, and then you get to this point where you kind of you're like this, and you're trying to hold on, but it gets harder and harder. And these new guys are just battling, getting better. We just just that comparison on the Flintstone lift.
Yeah,
the sport, all sports evolve.
Yeah,
and Brian is always going to be one of the greatest we've ever seen. He's still an exceptional athlete, but it's hard when you're not just going up. Yeah. It's great when you kind of start off and you're just getting better and you can just see yourself always doing better. But you get to this point where you hit that peak and you don't realize it at the time.
Yeah.
And then it's like trying to hold on to it. It starts coming down a little bit and it gets harder to hold on to it. It's tough. It is.
Derek, traveling up near Invergordon for a holiday with a family. Nice 7-hour drive now by the beach. It's such a lovely air. I love beautiful the Scottish Highlands.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And it is a pretty rough, long drive, but it's worth it when you get up there. It's a nice drive once you're deeper into Scotland, I think.
Do you know the answer to that question? Because I don't.
How many attempts will they have at each weight? I can find out for you because I do have the rule book.
You've got the rules.
Yes, I have the rules. Bear with me.
Mitchell again. Thank you for your super chat. Another super chat. Word on the street is that Tom has done 235 on the Flintstone lift in training. I've heard he's hit some big numbers. That's all I know. And like I said, training is very different when you're fresh in training compared to deep into a competition on different equipment. So it's going to be interesting to see what the guys do.
Here we go. I've got some interesting
Liz has interesting info.
Okay, so round 1, 175 is the opener. Round 2 will be 190 kilos. Round 3 is 200 kilos. Round 4 is 212. Then it's 221. Then 230.
Just tell people what that is in pounds quickly.
So the heaviest weight, 230, would be 510 pounds. So in pounds, it goes from 385, 420, 440, 470, 490, 510.
That's all to be confirmed, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, they do sometimes choose to change it at the time, I guess, maybe depending on how it's going. Details, this is a bar rising contest, so they don't choose their weights. The weights are chosen, they have to attempt them. The weights go up in each round. All athletes are offered a lift each round, but they can pass. If successful, they move on to the next weight round. If they fail, their result is the best lift they've done.
Do you know what? You reading things is really funny, but you reading rules is boring as hell.
Oh, when people want to know the rules, Lozzie, how dare you? Only one attempt per weight is permitted. So they only get one attempt.
So if they don't get a second chance if they fail it.
Nope.
Okay, interesting.
If it's gone.
So we're starting 175 kilos. I think all of them will do that.
I think so too. Alec, thank you so much for becoming a member. Now, thank you for your super chat. Can you tell us the results from your Insta poll, Lozzie? Come on, man.
There was a lot of differences in it wasn't a poll, it was just a question.
Okay.
So there's no official poll.
Okay, no official percentage.
Let's see what people are saying. Lots of people thinking around 240 kilos. A lot of people going for Luke, Tom, Max. Lots of people saying 240, 240,
Max
240.
Would be really good at this.
Novikov with 230. Tom Stoltman with 235. Tom to win with 220. 245, 230. Hooper to win with 225. Novikov with about 240, 245. Martin's tied with Luke at 225. It seems we're kind of going between the 220 to 245. That's where most of the numbers are going. There's a couple lower than that. There's some ridiculous ones. Some people are hopeful. 500 kilos. They've actually put kilos, not just 500 pounds. Luke, Maxime, Martins, and Novikov. A couple of Tom Stoltmans as well. They seem to be the big names to look out for. I think someone to look out for that they're not really mentioning would be Trey.
Yeah, should be good. Do you want to check it's not started?
It's not. It's 20 minutes.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Button Niscut, thank you for the super chat. This Flintstone lift would be hard to call. No obvious favourites like Big Z or Eddie Hall. Yeah, and to be fair, even then, they're not necessarily obvious favourites for this event because it might suit the guys with better mobility who are more explosive. They were massive pressers, but being a huge jerker, for want of a better word, being a massive jerk is more important in this case. So, yeah,
it's a strange one. Like if it was a log, I'd be saying Luke Stoltman 100% wins this event. It's not a log. It's a different type of event. So I think it's a lot harder to predict.
Definitely. Hawkeye, thank you so much for the super chat. Luke, Lissis, Brian, and Novikov are my picks for this the top in this. Also, they celebrated 5 years at my gym, and I pulled a 170 deadlift double overhand.
Well done, Hawkeye.
Congratulations. Well
Good
done.
stuff, buddy.
There we go. Ben, thank you for the super chat. Should be really heavy. It's world's strongest man, not not fittest man. And to be fair,
I'm pretty sure Matthew Fraser wouldn't do very well in this competition.
No, I was going to say, I don't think any old fit person could run with a 1,000-pound yoke. It's still really heavy. The problem is, it's got the title, the world's strongest man. But strongman has always been about a mixture.
You've got to be good at all-round things, and that's all these great athletes. They win multiple different events in strongman, not just one title. But this competition is the biggest title, and because of the name, the world's strongest man, it sometimes it's lost on some people because they just think it should just be about the most weight.
No.
We could argue that the best powerlifter is the strongest man, the best weightlifter, the best bench presser, the best deadlifter. World's strongest man is more. It's more like being the decathlon. You've got to be good at so many different things. That's what's great about it, in my opinion.
And that's why it's so entertaining, and we love it. Davey, thank you for the super chat. The fact that everybody is more upset about the audio being leaked rather than what the audio says tells me that it's more common than fans think. I don't think that is what's going on here. I think the athletes are just inclined to believe Luke, to be honest, in all of this. And that's more likely to be the case. What do you think?
Yeah, it's, I'm someone that said many times when I've not been happy with things in the sport, and I've even said things about World's Strongest Man, Giants Live, WUS, Strongman Champions League. Every single promoter has done things wrong at times, maybe not on purpose.
Has anyone ever offered you favourable events?
No.
Have you ever heard an athlete say they've been offered favourable events?
No.
Because I've never heard it until I heard that audio.
But I've heard lots of weird things. People have said that Colin Bryce is having an affair with Liz.
Yeah, to be fair,
hilarious.
People literally will make shit up.
People will do things to make other people look worse. People will also sometimes, in a situation where they're a bit uncomfortable, they say things to make people happy. The fact is, WUS wanted Luke to compete in their competition. Now, let's get something straight. I love both companies. I think they're doing a great job. I think WUS have done an amazing job developing the sport in the Middle East, and they're creating a big competition with decent prize money. But Giants Live promote competitions almost on a monthly basis. You got to think, as a professional athlete, if you're going to get an opportunity to compete, because the big prize money is great for one-off.
Yeah.
But it's only first place that gets that. The guys that come outside the top three aren't earning big money. And they need those opportunities to be able to compete all over. And Luke wanted to compete in his home country.
Understandably,
the WUS guys were trying to make it so that he could do both.
Yeah, they wanted him to do it, then fly home and compete the next day.
How can you, as a pro athlete, compete at your best on a Saturday or Friday, for instance, fly halfway across the world,
and then compete the following
drive to a venue, compete again the next day, and still perform at your top level? It's just not feasible. So sometimes athletes, when they've got two promoters trying to get them to do their show, will say things to keep people happy. I used to when I was younger. I don't anymore because I'm old and stubborn now.
Don't give a shit anymore.
But yeah, when I was younger, I wanted to try and stay in the right books with the promoters and stuff like that, and I'd say things to keep them happy. It's like, he said, if I do this, I could get a better group at World's Strongest Man. The fact is, that's rubbish. If you compete in the Giants live shows and you win them, you have a much better chance of being seeded.
Seeded better, yeah, you will.
Luke Stoltman didn't compete in them last year. He had a tough group. He wasn't seeded. The year before, he had a tough group. He wasn't seeded. He still got through his tough group last year, even though he wasn't seeded.
Yeah.
And to say that people are getting favorable events is just crazy, because in strongman, you need to be good at everything.
And also the events thing, there's so many, it's not like Colin doesn't pick the events at World's Strongest Man. There's a whole committee. Yeah. And then it's very much down to the sponsors and what they want. Because as you can see, it's
I was pissed off. I was raging in 2019 with World's Strongest Man because of Rogue being a sponsor, they had to put that ridiculously heavy yoke in.
Yeah.
And that caused the end of my career at the time.
Injury, yeah.
And I was fuming. I was absolutely, because I was expecting, like this year, a 1,000-pound yoke. Yeah. So that's what I was training for. And I made it public at the time that I was pissed off.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it to spite me.
No.
They did it because it was one of the sponsors. And I understand that. And, it's frustrating as an athlete, really frustrating. But I get it. Anyway,
let's move
on because I want to focus on the positives right now and bringing this sport higher and higher.
Gerald, thank you for the super chat. I heard Tom done 235 in training. Guys, by the way, love you. And I'm Team Spicy all the way from my fellow
We love you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us. I think Tom's got a great chance on this event. If he can stay top 3, like you say, he's going to be hard to beat in the rest of the competition. Nick, thank you for the super chat. I was at the heats for World's Strongest Man, but now I'm back home in LA. Thanks for the view party.
I hope you had an amazing time. It seems like it's really fun. Loads of people enjoying it, getting to meet the athletes, getting to see things behind the scenes. It's cool.
And it seems they've done more for the fans this year. They're in person. How do you think Hooper will do in the Flintstone lift?
Another one hard to pick. He's told us that he's going to go in a normal push press position where I think he's done about 210.
Okay.
So if he can hit that kind of number or hit a PB, he's going to be scoring points again.
Yeah. It's just I think it's really hard.
This is without question the hardest one to really call.
Because obviously those training videos as well, that's not in competition. Now they've competed for a few days. They're a little bit battered, especially today. They've done 2 events. So it's going to change things, isn't it? Uncle Eggnog, what a great name. Thank you for the super chat. Not an incredible start for my baby Martins. No, and I had Martins down as the winner. So
it's 2 events in, and he's been top 5 in both. He's not slipped out the top 5. He needs some good performances now, but he's still in there competing.
Yeah. Dustin. Thank you, Dustin. Other than Hooper, who'd have thought a week ago we'd be talking about a possible podium finish for him at this point?
No one.
Yeah, no.
No one that didn't know him.
Why would we as well? Because there's been nothing, has there? He genuinely hasn't really competed outside of a sort of local level. It's truly incredible. We're very impressed, aren't we?
Oh, so impressed with what he's done.
Stephen, thank you for the super chat. As a World's Strongest Man competitor from a colder area, how does the heat affect World's Strongest Man? And do you think World's Strongest Man should be held indoors or in a cooler environment? Love from Daytona.
I actually really like the sunshine and the colourful.
I like that it's outside. Nearly everything's inside, and it's hard to make it look as nice.
If you guys remember 2020, they had the issues with the hurricane.
Yeah.
So they had to bring the heats indoors. It looked boring. It did. It's so much. World's Strongest Man as a competition just seems so much better outdoors.
Yeah, I really like it when they use sort of environmental things like as part of an event, like a boat ramp coming up. Yeah, and stuff like that. I think that's really cool.
Don't get me wrong. I love the one-day shows that are in arenas and stuff, but I think there is room for lots of different types of competitions within the sport. And I think, for me, the heat doesn't bother me too much. I've got Middle Eastern heritage. So
apparently it's a lot cooler today as well, sort of 25 degrees.
Yeah, I think that the hot day was a couple of days back when they were really struggling. But I tend to cope okay in the heat. It's not the worst for me.
Yeah.
But I do try and stay out of the sun as well. So I'll go and do an event and then I just get into the shade, try and stay hydrated. That's, super important.
Hank Jan, thank you for the super chat. You two are just phenomenal. The arm wrestling community will love you. Are you following any of the arm wrestling competitions?
Yeah, I follow lots of arm wrestling. Obviously, Devon Larratt and Lever, and I'm following that. I've just watched the East versus West 3 event that just happened with Ingen Terzi runs that. So we speak to Michael Todd quite a bit. talk to Ryan Bowen, Coach Ray, people like that. So I'm not like as clued up on arm wrestling as I am with strongman, but I sort of follow it, and I'm getting into it more and more. I enjoy training arm wrestling side of things, and
You're a dabbler.
I like training lots of different things.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan Roy, thank you for the super chat. I now believe anything Hoop says. He expects 221 for himself, and Tom quietly did 235 and predicts 2 over 221. So first Tom, and second, who knows, and third Hooper. Could well be right, and it could be like an Alexi or Maxime or Martins, or who knows who. I don't know. I'm excited to find out.
Me too.
It's very exciting. Steady State, thank you for the super chat. Loz and Liz presents Strongmen Women video game. Do you know what? There was a video game back in the day. It was based on Jeff Capes, wasn't it? It really old, like in the 80s or something, video game. Yeah. If you search for it on YouTube, you will see it. Obviously, after this live, later, guys.
We've got events to bring you results on.
Yes.
And chats to have.
Thank you very much, Miss Mike, for coming. Oh no, the sex bots. Hold on, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, Liz, that needs to be a t-shirt.
Sex bots. That might actually end up being
sex
it.
Bot,
That's
sex bot.
The most consistent thing that I say. Sex bots.
Thank you very much to all our new members.
Bring on the sex bots.
Like Liz panics when the sex bots.
I do. I'm like,
most people in the comments are kind of cool. They're not so worried about.
We've been corrupted by sex bots.
Can you move your hand, please?
Oh, sorry. Am I in your way?
Yes.
I was panicking, Lozzie,
I know.
because of the bots. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Tom can lift whatever he wants as long as Luke is shouting at him in front of the stands.
Luke needs to focus on his performance. Luke is an incredible strongman, and obviously he's going to support his brother, but at the moment he's a competitor, so he needs to focus on himself.
Excellent hype man, though. He's got the best shouting voice probably
if
ever.
Luke Stoltman is shouting at you, you want Luke Stoltman shouting at you in the gym to get an extra rep or lift a bit more weight.
I could actually lift something if Luke. To be fair, though, you're a great hype man. I remember that video, that little bit I put together of you shouting for Jack the year he won juniors, and honestly, it gives you goosebumps, Lazzy.
Well,
yeah, shout at me.
Tyrone, cry if I shout at you.
Well, yeah, encouraging words. Tyrone, thank you for the super chat. Shout out. Sorry, my cat's breaking in from. What's that say? Haida Guay, British Columbia. Thanks for the awesome work you two do for the Strongman fans. Thank you, and thank you for.
Thank you, Tyrone. We appreciate that, buddy.
People saying they're pretty good jerkers. Oh. Your super chat is not showing, I'm afraid. I'm very sorry, but I will keep an eye out for it. And then we've got Daft Biker. Thank you for the super chat. When are you hosting a talking sex box?
That's going to be for Liz's new YouTube channel.
Yeah. Auntie Liz talks. Beep. I'll have the sex bots on them. Erebus, thank you for the super chat. In theory, if Clive did 529 behind the neck press, if Lasher made a guest appearance today, what, 700?
No, nowhere close.
Oh.
Kakayev was an amazing Olympic lifter. I think he clean and jerked like 260 at his best.
Wow.
So Kakayev was a high-level Olympic lifter. He just had issues with the Russian coach, so didn't compete in the Olympics. But he was at one time the best Russian Olympic lifter. He tried to get to compete for a different country. Yeah. But he was an incredible Olympic lifter. Absolutely incredible. Transferred to strongman, a very good strongman as well. But Lasher's amazing, but he's not that amazing.
That much more amazing than Kakai, if you mean. Do we have anything coming through yet?
I will check for you.
Thank you. Possible pilot deviation. Thank you for the super chat. Wish they bring the Cabotos back. Cool visual. I think there's more Highland Games, isn't it? They do still do it there sometimes, don't they?
I've only seen it at World's Strongest Man once, I believe, when they did it in Sweden.
Such a technical thing as well, though, isn't it?
I've never done it. I'd like to give it a go. Maybe,
you should we should do a video.
Highland Games video.
Yeah. Big Loz does Highland Games and just you learning and trying things out and stuff. Who would watch that? Our
first athlete is about to go with 175 kilos. That is Aithor Ingolson Melstead.
There we go.
I expect him to get this.
Yeah. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Excluding the Shaws and Stoltmans of the sport, do most strongmen work other jobs or can they make ends meet through competitions and small sponsors?
Most guys still work. Yeah. Strongman, for a long time, only a handful of guys were pros. Now, we've got there's a good amount more, but there's still plenty of athletes that are working full-time jobs to do strongman. It's still nowhere near as big as we want to see it.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Jameson, is Auntie Liz feeling better? I'm feeling so much better, thank you. I got off the live stream, crawled to the kitchen, had some paracetamol, and now I'm feeling fine. Don't know what was
We
up
sorted
with
you
me.
out, didn't we? We got you feeling better.
Yeah, I think it was just the excitement of the occasion. What do I that is? Kayard? Thank you for the super chat. If you were to take the top 3 strongmen from the main competition, countries, what country do you think would collectively be the strongest? So if you took the top 3 strongmen from the main strongmen competition, so if you took like the top 3 from Ukraine or UK, USA, Canada, I guess UK, USA, Canada would be the top 3 strongmen.
Canada's never had a champion.
No. UK, USA, Lithuania. Yeah, are we talking current or
yeah?
past?
I mean, it depends if we're talking past or current, but
talking current, I think it'd be USA or UK.
Or Canada, I guess.
Yeah.
I think if we're talking all time, then I'd say USA. You got to put Iceland in there, and I think UK and Lithuania. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
So, Athor, good attempt at 175.
There we go.
I'm expecting all the athletes to get the 175.
I think so. I think we're going to have a little
from around
wait
200, things are going to get a little more tricky, and then it's going to start being really interesting.
Yeah. Possible pilot deviation. Thank you for the super chat. Liz, get a chance to get down some Pepto between lives. Yeah, I just had some painkillers and I'm fine now. Sometimes I get like acid reflux and like it's almost like contractions, you know, pains in your stomach. It's really horrible.
All us men are just agreeing, like pretending that we know.
Men can get that too. It's your stomach, Lozzie, not your womb.
No, but you said contractions.
Oh wow, yeah, contractions of pain. Oh. I think most people know what that would feel like. Jason, thank you for the super chat. Just like any sport, they're putting their star athletes at the forefront. Luke didn't do anything wrong, nor did World's Strongest Man. Everything said on that call sounded like standard business, more like a partnership than collusion. I think some of it is literally with the whole Eddie thing, for example, when he said like they did for Eddie, I think he's referring back to they're going to really push our brand like they did for Eddie, because they undeniably did do that for Eddie. And I do think if you know the full context of it and then listen
let's look at it like this. People can say, oh, we need to grow the sport. Eddie grew the sport.
He did. Love him or hate him, he did grow the sport and bring new eyes to the sport.
The amount of people that come to our channel through originally watching Eddie's channel, like they get into strongman and then they like start to fall in love with all the other athletes because they'll see we can promote the different strongmen and women and stuff like that, which is great. But people like Thor, people like Brian, people like Eddie, they've brought a lot of faces, and now the Stoltmans as well.
Yeah.
Martins, you know, the popular athletes are always going to be pushed a little bit more in terms of promotion, but they've got to get good first.
Yeah.
You're not going to, you know, you've got to put that work in to get to that level.
Alec, thank you for the super chat. My top 4 in this event: Novikov, Trey, Martins, and Tom. That said, give us your top 4 to 5 if World's Strongest Woman Open Class did this. Or I would have to say Inez.
I'd say Inez, Andrea, Victoria Long, maybe Rebecca. She's really good now. And
Rebecca,
Annabelle Chapman.
Yeah,
she's really good.
Yeah,
now, there's so many. Then there's the under 82 kilo classes with like Melissa.
You weren't asked to do multiple classes. It's going to get
so
hard.
Many great athletes. I mean, Donna Moore. She's dropped down a weight, but Donna in her prime. Donna Moore, for those that don't know, probably the greatest strongwoman we've had.
Yeah,
she's gone from heavyweight now to under 82 and a half, which is incredible.
There we go. Fred, thank you for the super chat. Fred, thanks for coming on early. Gave me something good to listen to while finishing my laundry.
Thank you, Fred. And you called him Fred.
I did. I remembered. Thank you very much for becoming a member. Syard. I'm going to call you Syard. I'm not sure, but thank you.
So Gabrielle was a good lift.
Yeah.
Yep. He did it from the front.
Yeah.
Luke Stoltman, 175. Good lift from behind the neck.
There we go. Forzel, thank you for the super chat. I think Liz would be more likely to have an affair with Magnus Van Magnussen. She seems like the silver fox type. And I am. I do like an older man. I do like an older man.
Fred is going to be commenting now.
Yeah, I'm old. No, I do. But I'm very good friends with Magnus Ver, to the point where he felt comfortable walking in on me in the ladies' toilet. at the Arnold UK last year.
Magnus is going to get in trouble now.
Magnus is fine. I'm good friends with his wife as well. So it's fine. It's all fine. Ben, thank you for the super chat. Please wear a turban on your next live, Lars. Uncle
That is
Sing.
not happening.
Oh, go on, Lozzie.
No, we do not do that.
Can you imagine? No, can't be having Lozzie accused of cultural appropriation. You'd look great, though.
I could pull it off.
Oh, yeah. Don't wear it to the airport, though. You'd be
No,
searched
I
even
know,
more
I
than you
know.
already are. Southern family, thank you for the super chat. Team Shaw and Team USA. Not the best year for my guy. Do you think Shaw will retire if he doesn't place top 5 or better? None of us can outlive old age. You guys
So
are great.
true. Look, it's all down to what Brian Shaw wants to do. We're not here to tell him what he should and shouldn't do.
No.
I think he'll compete at the Shaw Classic, regardless of what happens at this year's World's Strongest Man.
Great.
But I think he must be thinking about retirement as well. It's got to be on his mind.
How realistic does he think winning another title is? Because what Shaw is never going to want to do is have a really poor performance.
He doesn't want to make up numbers. He's not that kind of guy.
It gets to the point, I think, if you keep trying, it's going to damage your legacy. You want to be remembered for how great you were, not for coming back every year and then starting to struggle to make the final and stuff like that. Yeah. So he might have a serious think about it this year. Then again, he might not. He might come back next year and absolutely smash it. It's Brian Shaw.
So talking to Brian, I mean, Maxime went behind the neck, 175, no problem. We have Brian Shaw up next.
Here we go. I'm sure this is going to be no problem for Brian as well. Automatic Ninja Assault Cat. Great name. Thank you for the super chat.
That's a great question as well. How did Hooper earn his invite to World's Strongest Man without any international or national? I don't know. Do you?
I do. Yeah.
Oh,
so he basically not harassed. That would be probably paint him in a bad light, but he harassed Darren Sadler, people from World's Strongest Man. He sent his training videos. He really kept on their case.
I did notice that he was like tagging World's Strongest Man in almost every video.
And he got people talking. He created some hype around himself. People were making videos about him. He ended up about 5th alternate, and because of the way they do their alternates, they like to have alternates for UK, USA, rest of the world. Because Rauno pulled out, he managed to get an in, and I'm sure there are absolutely no regrets from like the selection committee that they chose Mitch in the end. But
we completely say like there should be a
transparency
and an official kind of qualifying route. There is an official qualifying route, but that's only for a few athletes.
Yes, it doesn't cover everyone.
We would love to see proper qualifiers all over the world to see, but he's in and he's been an absolute revelation.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I'm glad he got in, but I'm not glad about Rona being out. Ash, thank you for the super chat. Still up in Australia. Well done, Ash. 7 a.m.
Ash is just pulling an all-nighter. Good man.
Ash is a machine. He knows the score.
Brian Shaw, good lift for Brian fans. 175, no problem for Big Brian.
There we go. Andrew, thank you for the super chat. While waiting, just watch Loz smash it. Malta, 2009 group stages squat, classic event. Flintstone event makes me feel like a little boy waiting to watch World's Strongest Man with my dad. Most fun World's Strongest Man with Liz and Loz. Thank you so
Andrew.
much. I love these classic events making a comeback. It does. Old school World's Strongest Man is my favorite, and it's probably just because of my age. We all remember the World's Strongest Man that we saw growing up, and I love it.
My least favorite strongman competitions are the ones I competed in.
Yeah, same.
Which is weird. It's weird to say that, but I have a different.
You can't look at it
outlook.
as a fan.
Yeah. When you're a competitor, you're not in fan mode.
Yeah.
Whereas now, and I spoke to Terry about this as well, because Terry and myself battled hard against each other for many years, and we both always wanted to win. None of us will hide that.
Yeah.
But now that it's like we're at the end of our career, we're all chilled and it's cool, and we'll kind of have nice chats about how we did against each other, how we think the guys now will do, and both of us are happy that we're not competing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sex butts. Kyle, I'm so sorry I can't see your comment. Guys, just be very careful that your comment is fully typed before you click anything else, because otherwise it disappears and separates. What's that say? Keenan Gott, thank you for the super chat. Mosquitoes have been shown to favor preying on people that have recently eaten bananas. That is a very interesting fact, and is enough to keep me away from bananas, because I always swell up like a balloon when a mosquito.
Martin's good lift behind the neck split jerk.
There we go. So far, how many guys have been up?
Most of them, but Super Hooper is up next.
There we go.
So I think we've got Hooper, and then Trey, and then Tom and Alexi.
Yeah, lovely. Sorry, I was thrown by the mosquito thing. Here we go. What have we got? Keelan, thank you for the super chat. If the winning lift ends up being around 220, 230, do you think someone like Luke would benefit from a more traditional push press?
Potentially. But I've not seen Luke training this event, so maybe his training has gone absolutely brilliant on it and he feels confident. So it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's been a few training videos, but a lot of the guys, especially these days, getting close to a comp, they hide their biggest lifts. I know Martin is a bit like that. He'll put actually some of his worst lifts
training out.
or he'll post videos from like
tired.
2 months ago when he's kind of doing really light stuff, and then hide his heavier training for when it gets like, he'll probably post the things after the competition.
Yeah. Training was brilliant.
Yeah.
Finest Jelly Bean, thank you for the super chat. Thinking of crying at Loz shouting. Loz shouting for Andrew's 800 pull made me cry. Seems so proud and a great lift. P.S. All hail the sex bots. We were all crying after that. It was such an incredible.
I was very, very proud of our Andrea then.
Guys, if you haven't seen it, at some point you must go and watch the Rising Bar Hummer Tire deadlift. It's a couple of months back on our channel. Andrea Thompson broke the world record with 800 pounds, and it was just incredible. It was
Super
so exciting.
Good lift.
Of course.
He's doing it from the front. 175 kilos, no problem for Mitch Hooper.
Stephen, I'm so sorry. I can't see your comment either. Hopefully I will happen upon it. Lily B, thank you for the super chat. Wouldn't want Luke shouting as hypnobirthing. Oh, yes. What, are you hypnobirthing right now?
We'll keep our voice. No, we won't.
Well, good luck. I had a home birth, so I'm all into that stuff. I was about to say hippie stuff.
You are a hippie.
I know. Mitchell, thank you for the super chat. Tom
this is very true. Sorry, you read out the.
Yeah. Tom just seems so much calmer these days, not just in competition, but just speaking to him in person every few days. He just seems so much more confident and relaxed. Yeah.
Absolutely. And from what I've seen at Worlds and heard from speaking to people, he's just chilled. He just breezed through his group, really didn't kind of expend too much energy. Now he's in the final. He knows to switch on. The really funny thing, I saw people were having a go at Tom for going to a football match before Worlds.
Do you know what? The amount of comments I said, Tom has checked out already. Tom doesn't care about this. I thought, no
I will
way.
tell you something just as an experienced lifter. The last thing you want is to be sat there just thinking about competition.
Yeah. For someone like Tom, actually, it's a great idea.
So many people think that's how you should be, that you've got to be like strongman 100% of the time. You should be training hard and you should be eating right and sleeping right and making sure you stay hydrated. Those are the 4 things you need to do right.
The few days before the competition, looking after your mental health is actually really important. And it would have been bad for Tom to not have been there.
I said yesterday, or not yesterday, day before in one of our lives, I didn't like World's Strongest Man because I was on my own and it's boring on your own, and then you start getting all these thoughts in your head. I like doing stuff, so it's always better for me when I had someone with me, when I would go and distract myself doing something, because you work hard in the gym, and then he's a professional athlete. He knows how to switch it on. The people that sit there stressing just about competition all the time never do well.
They're the people who mess
up.
Look
at Martins. Martins is so chilled. He'll just go and play games and kind of go out, chill at the beach, whatever it might be. He's not there just stressing about competition all the time. He'll go train hard, he'll get his food in, he'll do all the recovery stuff, but then they need to kind of let that mind just relax and do something else. So for him to go to the football match, no issues at all. He wasn't drinking, he was taking his food with him.
He acclimatized as well. He was in a slightly warmer climate than the Highlands.
And you can see from his performance, he's relaxed and performing well. Talking of which, I should check how he's doing.
Yeah. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Is it just me or is Mitchell Hooper a new Brian Shaw?
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Trey up. Behind the neck, no problem.
Yeah.
Tom up, easy for Tom. So I think we've got Novikov left to go, but it looks like everyone is comfortably through the first round.
Lovely. Do you reckon Mitchell Hooper could be the new Brian Shaw?
Look, Mitchell Hooper hasn't even won one World's Strongest Man title yet. And I say this a lot when people suddenly start comparing someone to someone great or saying they're going to win the most World's Strongest Man titles ever. To win the most World's Strongest Man titles ever, you've got to do 6 now. A lot changes in a year. So let's let him try and focus on winning 1 to start with. He's got to stay motivated for that long. I mean, Brian Shaw has been around a long time. A lot of guys, look, Thor couldn't cope with as long as Brian Shaw did. Eddie Hall, much shorter career than Brian Shaw. There's all these greats that come, but to stay as long as Brian has is incredible. Same as Adrunas. Those two, the longevity, it's unbelievable.
Catherine, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for providing this platform for us strong fans. We would be lost in a spreadsheet without you. Have a great birthday, Auntie Liz. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Catherine.
Yes. And you know, we'd be bored without you guys.
Yeah.
We'd just be sat there looking at a spreadsheet as well.
We'd be shouting at each other from the corner of the room.
Yeah. So we're glad to be here with you. Yeah. Don D, thank you for the super chat. Would you bet £50 that Tom wins? 10-1 odds, mate. With those odds, I'd bet a few hundred.
Yeah, if someone gave me 10-1 odds on
Tom Stoltman winning, I would absolutely put some money on that bet. Yeah, what do you reckon? 200 quid, Lozzie?
I'd put more than that on it.
Yeah, and we're not gamblers, but I'd be a bit reckless, I think, with those odds on Tom in this competition. Definitely.
If someone gave me 10-1 odds, I'd put £1,000 on it, no problem.
Calls me the spender.
But that's good odds.
That's very good odds, to be fair.
No bookie is going to give us that odds.
No bookie gives us any odds.
No. I did try and back on myself once.
Did you? You're allowed to do that. Tyler, thank you for the super chat. How do you determine what country you represent?
It usually comes down to where you're a citizen of.
Okay.
So wherever you are a citizen, sometimes you've got to be a citizen for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
But for the majority of athletes, that's the kind of main thing. There is, different federations may let you kind of represent different places, but normally it's where you reside for, and it needs to be like I don't know the exact length of time.
Certain amount of time. Okay. Al Prescat, thank you for the super chat. Devon Dennis and Brzenk. Who wins in a World Strongest Man grip test?
I'd probably say Dennis, because Dennis did strongman before he actually, started pushing himself and getting as far as he did in arm wrestling. But I think for all-round strength, and you need a bit more of that in terms of like a Hercules hold. Your grip can be good, but your shoulder might give out in a Hercules hold. But he was a strong guy all round, so I would say Dennis in his prime.
There you go. Lily, thank you for the super chat. Losh should do some Olympic lifting with Chloe.
We are definitely planning on doing some stuff with Chloe. As soon as we get some free time, we're going to go up and see her.
End of next month, I think we're planning it for, and we'll see if Chloe can put Loz through his paces on some Olympic lifting.
So all of our 10 finalists have made the 175, which we expected.
We expected that, yeah. That's
so what did you say the next lift is?
So the next lift, please bear with me while you read out this super chat.
Aside from Arnold, who has done the most for the sport of strongman in terms of popularizing it and spreading it? Ooh, do you know what?
While you think of that, it's 190 kilos or 420
15
pounds.
Kilo jump up for our next lift. Who's done the most for strongman?
It's really hard to say one single. Do you know what? Actually, probably Colin Bryce. Like Colin, he picked strongman up off of its arse. After the IFSA split and everything, when he started Giants Live, there wasn't much going on at all.
Colin was doing competitions when there was nothing going on. And he managed to keep the sport going. And then Darren Sadler came on board with strongman. And Darren helped raise the profile.
Yeah.
Darren's a risk taker, and he kind of, really helped the sport get big. A lot of people think it's kind of like Eddie and Thor and people like that, but without Darren, none of them would have had the opportunity.
He invested a lot personally into Giants Live, and it was a huge risk because it wasn't really doing much at that point, but he took it from car parks to stadiums to arenas.
I think the way that the Giants Live has grown, because I competed in the early Giants Live shows, and they were in car parks in front of nobody, and to see them suddenly get to we had 1,000 people come to watch, and then 4,000 or 5,000 in some of like Headingley Stadium and stuff like that, and then to get to the arena shows that we're at now, and it's still growing, and it's not just one competition a year now. There's lots of shows.
Multiple, Whereas
I think Colin and Darren deserve a lot of respect for the sport. I also think there's a whole host of others as well. There's so many
Rogue
people.
Are doing great things for strongman.
Rogue could be a big driving force moving forwards. The way they've kind of helped grow CrossFit and now being involved in strongman, that is huge. Arnold's has obviously been very good. And then obviously individual athletes.
Yeah.
We try our best to help in a little way. But we all need to kind of just keep driving the sport forward. It's nowhere near as big as we all want it to be. It's nowhere near as big as a lot of us think it is.
No.
So we need to keep working towards that.
Stephen, thank you for the super chat. Eddie dressed up as a gimp for Giants Live. He bought thousands into Strongman. The Stoltmans are going to bring, what is that?
Lots.
Billions? Yeah, more.
Yeah, Eddie dressed up as a gimp. I was dressed up as a king. It wasn't the best move ever. That was Colin Bryce's idea, by the way.
He is crazy.
Colin, he does have good things and he has some terrible ideas as well. But love him or hate him, he does a lot of good for the sport as well.
Leighton, thank you for the super chat. Would you have Mark Henry?
Absolutely, without question. I've tried to get Mark Henry on. He just ignored me. Well, he didn't ignore me. He didn't even look.
It probably just went in his request folder.
But yeah, I'd love to talk to Mark Henry. That would be amazing.
Stonehorn, thank you for becoming a channel member. And Gregors, thank you for the super chat. Are you guys planning collaboration with Chloe Brennan? Yes, late next month, we are going to go up and visit Chloe in her gym, and she's going to put Loz through. I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah,
I think we should get Chloe to put you through a workout.
No one wants to see that. What a waste of a session.
Like the video if you think we should put Liz through a workout.
First time catching a live. Big love from Australia. Good morning, Australia.
Good morning, Australia.
We're glad to have you
Aethor
with us.
up first, 190. Good lift.
Well done, Aethor. Good.
Interesting. This is going to be a really interesting one if people tie on a lot of lifts.
This could really split up the points, but there are quite a few weight jumps, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. El Postcat, thank you for the super chat. If Shaw retires, he can dominate Masters till 55.
I don't think Shaw is the type.
I don't think
to want to do Masters.
No, I don't think so either.
If I'm totally honest, I don't think we'll ever see Brian Shaw do a Masters comp.
No, because if you look at how select he is about what he does now, I just can't see him doing OSG. Do you know what I mean?
I'm the same. I can't either.
Yeah. But you never know. Never say never. We cannot speak for Brian. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Tom done 235 in training on the Flintstone. Opinions?
We'll see. If Tom says he's done it, I tend to believe him.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he can do in competition, which is more important.
Yes. Manacle Moose for the Spa Fund. Thank you so much. That's very generous. Thank you all for the super chats. We never expect them. And as you can see, we really do try and make sure we answer absolutely every single one because, we are very grateful for the support from you guys.
So grateful. Just the amount of members we've got now, the amount of people that watch our videos.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Cy Wilson, thank you for the super chat. Just wanted to say hi. I may see you in July. Presumably at the Strongman Classic. At the
Strongman Classic. Looking forward to that one. There's lots of people have been messaging saying they're coming to that.
That's awesome. It's a great show. If you didn't go to last year. Oh, Lozzie, here we go. September Silvers. Thank you for the super chat. How is tacky removed?
So anything such as white spirit, baby oil, butter, anything kind of greasy like that tends to get it off. Baby wipes help as well. Now companies that sell tacky tend to sell tacky remover as well, but to be honest, baby oil is good. It's softer on the skin, works well. Even butter.
Yeah.
Anything that is a bit like that's a bit greasy will help get tacky off. It is a pain in the backside, tacky. It's great for lifting stones, but it's just, especially when you're hairy like me, it's not good. But anything like that will help remove it.
Free wax, isn't it? Alan, thank you for the super chat. Looks like Pa wants in the Shaw Classic. What are his chances? I don't know. Brian tends to have the very biggest names and then guys who've won pretty big competition. So on that standing, probably not.
I think Pa's following is growing a lot, so you never know.
Yeah. Who are we to say? He might. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. He's got good a chance as anyone, I guess.
So Gabriel was good at 190. We've got Luke Stoltman up next. We expect this to be good. No failed lifts so far.
There we go. Right on time. Thank you for the super chat. Would Lasher Tallahassee? Did I say it right?
Yeah, Tallahassee.
Smash the dead Flintstone events.
Yes, he would. Absolutely, he would. He's unbelievable at these type of lifts. Janasha actually sent me a few training videos because Tallahassee was teaching him how to do it.
Yeah.
He was just making 225 look like a toy.
It's a shame.
Just incredible.
Janasha in the final. First time Janasha has not made the final at World's Strongest Man since his career there started.
Yeah.
Zane, thank you for the super chat.
Picked up an injury, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I heard. Thanks for the great coverage. Has anyone hurt their reputation for sticking around too long? Is it different for athletes since most fans like seeing Felix and he still going? I don't know that they've damaged their reputation per se.
No, I think
I think the problem is, so say you've got like newer fans to the sport. If all they see of Zydrunas is like 2019 onwards Zydrunas, they might think, why is everyone calling him the GOAT? Do you know what I mean? I guess to protect
if
your
you go
legacy.
back and see Zydrunas in 2008, for instance, 2006, those kind of years, 2010, he was unbelievable. And not just at World's Strongest Man, at so many competitions.
Yeah.
The fact is now you've got younger fans like, that's Zydrunas, who's he? He's an old guy.
Yeah.
Unless you know about the history of the sport, it's difficult. So I think someone like Eddie was really smart in retiring at the top. Yeah. Because then it creates this legacy that he was unbeatable.
I was going to say, almost like you become like mythical, like, he's the linear champion, or he wasn't beat after that. And
there's always going to be the discussion of if Eddie would have won.
Eddie would have won, yeah.
When you keep going and you start losing and people beat you, which happens to every athlete,
that conversation goes away. Then doesn't
so
it?
I think that's the issue, that someone great like them, like a Brian, like a Zydrunas, sometimes you've got to protect that legacy. That's my personal feeling. But then again, who am I to say don't compete if they want to compete?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what it comes down to. If the athlete still wants to do it and they're good enough, then who are we to stop them?
Indeed. Daffod, I'm so sorry I can't see your comment. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I will keep an eye out for it. Fred, thank you for the super chat. Loz speaks, I answer no. Liz is too young. She would give me another heart attack. I would just like to point out, I didn't give him his first heart attack.
Well, so I think I said Luke, good lift. Maxime, good lift at 190 also. No failed lifts. The athletes are breezing through this so far.
Jonathan Roy, thank you for the super chat. For your peace of mind, $1 super chats don't let you type a custom message. Looks like $2 minimum. Length-based and on amount. Okay, I didn't realise
sneaky YouTube, because YouTube take a percentage of them.
Yeah, they
as well.
do. They're cheeky bastards. So
they give through the platform, so we can't be too angry.
All right. Sorry, YouTube. Don't take me down. Right, Phil, thank you for the super chat. Hi, can you say hi to my new wife, Stephanie? We got married yesterday.
Congratulations, guys.
And hello, Stephanie.
Stephanie and Phil, congratulations.
Also, think Tom will win overall, followed by Alexi. It's a great contest.
It's been amazing so far. We've
just been so consumed by it, haven't we?
For about a month.
Yeah, it's taken over our lives. But
to be fair, Strongman took over your life when you married me.
Wow, 10 years ago. I've not been the same since. Thank you. Sander, thank you for the super chat. Shout out to the Strongman crew from NYMA Outdoor Gym. Hello, Strongman crew from NYMA Outdoor Gym. We hope you're having fun watching, and if you are. There we go. Jason, thank you for the super chat. Would Luke benefit from pressing it from words? What that's versus behind the neck. Forwards, right? Sorry, forwards versus behind the neck. Given how good he is at logs, it seems it would mimic it better.
No, log is different to a barbell, and he can definitely get more of that leg power out from behind the neck. It just depends how well practiced he is in the movement. Like I said earlier, if you can master the technique of a behind the neck jerk, you can definitely put more weight up. It allows you to get a lot greater leg power into the movement.
A similar question, and thank you, Alec, for the super chat. Loz, if you were doing this lift, would you go behind the back with a snatch grip or a narrow grip closer to your standard push press position?
I would go behind my neck, but I probably wouldn't go quite to a snatch grip. I would go for more of my standard pressing position.
Back from behind the neck.
Yeah. I think some of the athletes will be a bit more secure in that position, where they feel like once the triceps are locked out, they're stronger.
Yeah.
Unless you've kind of developed that Olympic style lifting of a snatch grip position, it can feel quite
alien.
Yeah. They've only had 6 to 8 weeks to train for this event.
Yeah.
That's not a huge amount of time for a completely new movement. If it was just like a log lift and no one had trained log for a while, they've all trained log a lot in the past.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys will have never trained this movement. So it's a long time it's not a long time to really perfect a skill.
Daffod, yeah, we've got you. There you go. Thank you for the super chat. Great listening to you guys. What do you think of the chances of Gav Bilton becoming World's Strongest Man? Be good to have a Welsh winner. Do you know what?
I think he's got all the chance in the world.
We went and visited Gav a year ago and did some filming and training with him there. And we said he had absolutely crazy potential. He's had some issues the last year, some health problems, and I think Gav was thrown in too quickly.
Yeah, Gav at one stage had too much bad advice from people that didn't actually know a lot about the sport. Now he's got a good team around him. He's got a great coach, and he realizes himself he was going about things the wrong way. He's now focusing more on fitness. He's focusing on working hard in the gym, eating better. He's dropped his body weight. He knows he's still probably got to lose a little bit more.
Yeah.
But Gav has ridiculous potential. He's a huge man, huge frame. He moves well. He's strong. I think Gav, if he can stay focused and keep the right people around him, avoid people. You got to avoid people that tell you you're amazing and just say, "Oh yeah, do this, do that." You want people to be completely honest with you and tell you as it is. And now he's got a great coach that, as long as he listens to him, looks after him, cares about him. That's important as well. I think Gav has the potential to go all the way if he wants to.
Inspector Haynes, thank you for the super chat. The dark blue super chats have no text. I hadn't noticed the link, to be honest, but thank you. I will make a mental note of that going forward. There we go.
Oh, you guys are brilliant. You're teaching us stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't have a clue. So
no, he still calls
if Liz doesn't know,
a YouTube page. Fraser, thank you for the super chat. You two are truly an adorable couple and make Strongman so approachable. Thank you for being you forever fan.
Brian Shaw, good lift at 190. Martins, good lift. Hooper is up next.
There we go. Fully expect him to get this as well, but touch wood in case I jinx him. I'm very superstitious. It's terrible. It's a curse. Boffer, thank you for the super chat. Real question is, with Mitch Hooper being the moose, does he have muscles or moosels? Which means, does he have testicles or moosicles? Oh my God. Why? Like, this is the third time we've talked about his
testicles.
Testicles.
We talked about them with him, which was
probably really inappropriate.
I just want to point out we weren't talking about testicles until Liz came on the interview.
I would like to point out he brought up testicles first. He said that he was having a conversation with Tom and they were talking about the world's largest testicles. I just said, "Oh, I have a fun testicle story." Yeah. I didn't initially bring it up with him. I wasn't going to say anything, but we were on the subject.
If you've not seen that interview, make sure you guys go check it out. It's very good.
Oh, I cannot cope. But yeah. Definitely
Strongman, and thank you for becoming a member of our channel.
There we go.
And guys, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
And thank you, Jacob, also for becoming a member.
Mitchell Hooper with a good push press. He keeps going in front, behind the neck for Mitch, but no problem at all.
Obviously, he's had shorter notice than most as well, having replaced Rauno, so he wasn't one of the initial invites. Thermal, thank you for the super chat. Just wanted to thank Loz for inspiring me to start training strongman last year.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm glad that I've inspired you. When people tell me I've inspired them, it means so much because, I've just done my thing with strongman.
So
and to know that what I've gone through and done has helped other people, that means more than winning titles. It's amazing.
Here we go. Some more super chat education for us. Thank you, Lewis. FYI, the super chat's £1 or below. Don't allow a comment to be made with it. So don't worry, you're not missing on any messages. Brilliant World Strongest Man coverage. Ellen out. Thank you.
Thank you for letting us know, guys. Yeah. We clearly don't know much about what's going on.
I know. We're just there we go.
But you have got so much better at what you do.
Me?
If people go and watch our old videos compared to now, they're great. Well, not the old ones.
No, not the old ones. No, they were terrible. I just had my phone voice on the whole time. I was like, "Hello." I was so uncomfortable. I'm not like much better now, but I am better now. But I think it's just how bad I was then.
Yeah, that's a good point. Terry Todd did a lot for Strongman as well. Yes. You're absolutely right, guys. Terry Todd did a huge amount for Strongman.
To be fair, you can say Arnold did a lot, but actually that was Terry Todd.
When you talk about the Arnolds as a show, really, you've got to be talking about Terry Todd.
Yeah, because Arnold was like, let's add a strongman element, and he brought in Terry Todd, and Terry Todd was one of the real.
Also, I mean, there's a whole host of people going back to that question that have helped strongman. Dave, what's the Scottish guy?
The Scottish guy. Oh God. Oh, you've
Why
put
is
me
my-
on the spot now. I can't
my
remember.
head. Someone will
Yeah.
comment in the
Yeah.
in the comments in a section.
Oh,
His son
God.
was in Scotland.
Yeah,
you were
I
there.
know. I know.
Why is my brain gone?
Oh, Webster.
Dave
Webster.
Webster,
There we go.
exactly.
Thank God. Bryce Stoddard, thank you for the super chat. How would Loz choose which setups to skip for this event? Or which step-ups, sorry, to skip for this event?
If it was me on this event, I'd be doing every lift.
You just wouldn't
175, I wouldn't want to. I'd want to get the opener. 190 is a big lift.
Yeah.
The most I've ever put overhead is 210. So what's the lift after 190?
I will tell you now.
Dave Webster. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. After 190, it's 200 kilos or 440 pounds.
Okay.
There we go.
So yeah, I'd probably just do all lifts. And it seems like all the athletes so far are doing all the lifts. Trey is up. Trey gets a good lift. Tom is up. Tom is good.
There we go. David Webster. Yes, Levi.
Absolutely.
David Webster gets my vote for being a big influence making World's Strongest Man and strong.
Jan Todd as well. Jan Todd is incredible for those that know her. She
really grew the female side of it. She was just one of the first women ever to get into powerlifting. So, and obviously now she's heavily involved with the Arnolds and shit. Like, we talk about athlete treatment a lot. And Jan very quietly and humbly looks after the athletes better than almost anyone. She's just a mum to everyone, isn't she? She's brilliant. I can't say enough good things about Jan.
Like we said, there's just so many people.
So many great people involved.
Strongman is certainly not just a one-man thing, you know. There's so many people that make it a great sport. And we've been so lucky to meet so many of them.
Yeah, we have, definitely.
And work with so many of them. And, you know, it's
very
one of my favorite things about what I've been able to do is to travel all over the world and meet different people.
Beesmas, thank you for the super chat. Are you guys going to try and make it to Colorado this August? Probably not for that one, just because we've got a lot of travel later in the year. So sort of October, November time, it's going to be quite heavy, and we had a heavy start to the year, so not doing too much in the middle bits, just because it's not fair on the children and the grandparents who help us out, and you know, it's just trying to find.
We're trying to sort of make sure when we do go away, we can sort of work out a few things in one go, rather than just kind of going back and forth all the time.
Yeah, because it's hard, isn't it, balancing the family side of it. Oh dear, we skipped down. There we go. Big guy, thank you for the super chat. How does one go about getting involved in the strongman community, helping at events, etc.? Obviously, it depends very much where in the world you are based. I mean, for the Giants live shows, Darren, it's nearly all people from Darren's gym that he's
Darren has a team that he sort of put together, so it's very hard to just be someone to kind of come into that and help, because they all know exactly what they're doing. It's like you've been there many times behind the scenes. His team are incredible, and they know exactly what they're doing. I was quite fascinated at Europe's, just watching how they reset the meeting of how they're going to reset the power stairs. They take everything very seriously. They think about health and safety. You know, it's amazing to watch.
You might have some luck with Ultimate Strongman, because was it Kevin? You know, your client Kevin. He came and volunteered to help, and he flew over from, where does he live? Is it Belgium?
Yeah.
He flew over to help with a UK show. I think it was an Ultimate Strongman, wasn't it? No. Oh, I don't know then. I don't know. But yeah, I guess reach out to a promoter, see if they need any crew.
I know Darren gets people messaging him all the time.
Yeah, Giants Live probably isn't the best one, just because they will have so many people wanting to do that. And like you said, they've already got a really well-oiled machine, haven't they? Brad, thank you for the super chat. I would love to see Liz get the training with Chloe. You two are great people for the sport as well. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
Thanks so much.
Auntie Liz doesn't like training.
No.
We all want to see it, but it's going to happen.
Yes. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Now I am done playing college football. Do you think I can transition to strongman easily? Oh, it's a great sort of sport.
Easily is hard to predict, because I have no idea on your level. But if you're playing college football, I would presume you're a very good natural athlete. So I would say, yeah, you could do well. But it takes time, like anything, you know, transitioning into different sports. But normally, if you're a good athlete, you transition well. So yeah, if you want to do strongman, get into it.
Lozzie, do we know who is pressing in front versus who is pressing behind?
So Mitch Hooper is pressing in front. I believe Trey is pressing in front, but I will double check.
Okay.
No, Trey's going behind the neck. I think it's just
maybe
Mitch and Gabriel Rayam.
Okay. Interesting. There we go. Dom D, thank you for the super chat. Alex and Gord's here. What household objects could we lift to find out who is the strongest? What's like the heaviest?
So there we go.
normal
I've got a
thing?
cup. Beat that.
No. What can they
It's,
lift in the house? The washing machine. There you go. Pick up a washing machine.
The wife.
No. How dare you? How heavy do you think I am?
You could lift me, then that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, but you're not in their house, are you?
No.
I vote washing machine.
I vote sofa. It's
Sofa.
more awkward.
Yeah, that is hard. Washing machine is more, I guess. Do a few squats with the washing machine on your back. There you go. Rodney, thank you very much for becoming a member. Oh, I've got a sneeze up my nose, also. Any more results?
I'm glad it's in your nose and nowhere else. We apologise for that noise.
Excuse me. There you go.
So we just know it's going up to 200 kilos next, and the order will stay the same. I don't believe anyone is skipping, but if they are, we will try and keep you posted.
DJR Monix, long casting, thank you for the super chat. Some said the other day, DeLorean, that's a
DeLorean.
yeah. Back to a World's Strongest Man from any year. The car DeLorean from Back to the Future. Hope you can get in a lie-in, Liz, after editing. Is it true I Am Bibby will compete next year? Great work, guys. Apparently it is true. Apparently he has said he will come to Worlds next year.
I hope so.
I would love to see I Am Bibby at Worlds. Love, love, love.
I Am Bibby is like a god in his country.
And I said this because people were like, why doesn't he do it? And I said, I think because he doesn't need to do it. He's got like this sort of, he's on this, really respected pedestal in his country. And to them, he is the world's strongest man. And he watched that video, and at the breakfast buffet Leeds, he came over and he went, oh, you were right, by the way. And I was like, was I? Thanks.
You were so happy with yourself.
I came running over. I was right. So, I love Iron Bibby though. He's such a cool guy.
Iron Bibby is just a lovely man and ridiculously strong.
Yeah, proper freak. Gregors, thank you for the super chat. Which Giants live shows are you most excited for? Probably the Cardiff one, personally, with the Deadlift World Championships.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, and it's really local.
I'm looking forward to the Strongman Classic as well.
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
to be honest, they're all great in so many different ways.
Yeah, I look forward to every competition that goes, to be honest. I just love it. Naturally Built, thank you for the super chat. Old one, but thoughts on why Poundstone never won World's Strongest Man?
Poundstone should have won World's Strongest Man. 2009.
2008.
2008. Yeah. He literally had that stone up, and then rather than pushing his chest forward, he sort of pulls himself backwards, and the stone slides down, and then Marius comes and smashes him on the back.
That was a bit of a piss take, that back slap, wasn't it?
Was. And I think Marius was just reacting in the situation, but Poundstone literally, he was there and just needed to push his chest forwards and push the stone on, and he would have been the world's strongest man.
So close.
He's one of the greatest ever
not to win. Yeah. And Anthea Bryce, thank you so much for the sticker.
Thank you.
We just get the word sticker, but I'm sure it looks excellent.
We can check it after.
Yeah. Des Player, thank you for the super chat. Much love, guys. Do you think Asia and Australia will have more high-level athletes in the future?
Absolutely, I do. I mean, Australia, I've really noticed the improvement in over the last few years. Strongman seems to be growing in Australia, and they have some amazing powerlifters over there as well. So I think as the sport keeps growing, the standard of athletes will get better. Asia, strongman is starting to get into now. I know I speak to a lot of people that are training for strongman over there. I know Thailand has a strongman kind of center that they train in. And if the sport grows, then we'll see great athletes. You see it in all these types of sports. If there's good weightlifters in countries, they can transition to strongman. If there's good powerlifters, they can transition to strongman.
Exposure is really important.
It just needs to become popular so that they think, oh, strongman's cool. I don't want to do powerlifting. I want to do strongman. I don't want to do Olympic lifting. I want to do strongman. That's how it gets bigger.
Bobby, thank you for the super chat. Is a 225 kilo raw, no straps, just chalk, axle deadlift cool or not?
It's cool. It's really cool. And, I think one of the mistakes we do as everyone, myself included sometimes, we go online and see these incredible world record lifts and then just think we're not very good. But the reality is, that's a strong lift. And it's the most important thing with lifting. I try and remind myself, I remind all my clients, is that you are progressing
Yeah.
and that you are enjoying it. That is the two biggest things you need to focus on.
Comparison is the thief of joy, as they say.
Absolutely.
Comment from Ollie. Still think you're missing a trick by not calling it the weight party. Do you know
There
what?
we go.
Yeah,
We like that, Ollie.
Yeah.
Ollie, there you go, Auntie Liz.
Well, I'll consider it for tomorrow, but if yous are down,
Okay,
I'll blame Ollie.
We had an athlete miss a lift.
Ooh, who?
So behind the neck, Aethor, unfortunately, no lift. So
Aethor was the first up on 200, wasn't he?
First up with 200, yeah.
Okay. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Gabe Pena has lived in Texas all his life, but chose to represent Mexico to represent his father's family. His grandfather came to the USA.
So there we go.
So that puts a boot in your theory, Lozzie.
Well, like I don't.
I'm sure World's Strongest Man wouldn't be mad at having a representative from a different country. I'm sure they'll be quite happy with that. So
yeah, I know a lot about strongman, but I don't know everything, especially when it comes to things like that. You know, I don't organize shows. I have organized a show, just the one. We did a nice little show.
Yeah, very, very cute.
We would like to do more.
Kyle, now I know I'm not missing a comment, but thank you very much for your $1.
Thank you for the super chat.
For the $1. Coyotes? I don't know. Thank you for the super chat. Where's the next World's Strongest Man venue after California? Thanks, guys, for the great coverage.
You're asking like we know.
It's apparently going to be announced this week. I genuinely do not know. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
They're going to announce it this soon.
Seriously. That's
do you know when I was competing in Strongman, World's Strongest Man competitions, I usually found out the venue about 3 months before.
I know.
Or the location.
Seriously, they're saying, I've been
this
told
is good.
from someone at World's Strongest Man.
I told you things are getting better.
Yeah.
World's Strongest Man is making big progress.
There we go. Jacques, thank you for the super chat. How does a Prime Zadrunas do in this year's final?
He does good.
Very well.
Power stairs, he's unbelievable at. Truck pull, he's unbelievable at. Atlas stones, he's really good at. Behind the neck jerk, he would be good at.
Yeah.
Zadrunas in his prime. There was a couple of weaknesses. In his prime, he wasn't that good at cone and circle. And he wasn't that good at arm over arm.
Yeah.
They were his two weaknesses.
Yeah. He used to complain I was stupid about it. He's one of those, he's got quite chunky hands and it just didn't really work for him.
But he didn't have many weaknesses.
No.
And even for such a big man, he could move. Even though he floats around everywhere when he's not competing. When it was time to go, he just sprinted.
Yeah. Any update on what happened to Thompson's tacky? We heard KY jelly was added to it. No, he chose the wrong grade, and when
he used the colder weather tacky,
and
in the hot weather, it kind of just turns like runny.
It really works against you, doesn't it? Yeah, that's all that happened, and it happened to Kevin Ferris.
So
2 years
Gabriel
ago.
missed his 200 attempt as well.
Oh, okay, so that's 2 guys out now. So Rick, the boat guy, I should absolutely be able to see your comment, and I am going to keep a very close eye out for it because you're not blue, so I don't know why.
We will look out.
Why I can't see it? Yeah, keep an eye out for Rick, the boat guy.
Looking.
Are you looking, Lonzo? Yeah. I don't like to squint. It gives me wrinkles. There you go. Byron, thank you for the super chat. Hope you're feeling a bit better, Liz. I am, thank you. And thank you both for your great World's Strongest Man coverage. Been so great to have somewhere to share the excitement. Yes.
Thank you, Byron. He had a good training session today.
Good.
He went off program, but we're going to forgive him.
Bad.
He went to a new gym and
got carried away with himself.
Oh, he did good. It was fine.
James, thank you for the super chat. Do you see other weight classes getting coverage like super heavy? Hopefully.
It's getting better. So we
drastically improving.
Last month, was it?
Yeah, last month.
Last month,
yeah,
we were Clash on the Coast, which focuses on the under 105 men, and it was the under 82 kilo women, and that ended up on ESPN.
Yeah,
it was brilliant. I was doing the commentating for it alongside Anthony Furman, who is one of the main people behind Clash on the Coast, and he's really pushing the lighter weight side of the sport. So really, really good stuff happening there.
It's like in the last few years, it's made huge leaps and bounds.
Absolutely, yeah.
Monkey Spank, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for filling the empty space World's Strongest Man gives us. I feel tomorrow is unstoppable. Then I think, tomorrow. I'm guessing that was supposed to say Tom, and it's autocorrected. Then I think Novikov is, and then I think Hooper is, and then Brian and the Dragon. The comp is so good now. It's so
it's
hard.
Amazing.
You pick a top 3, but then you look at the guys you left out, and you think, wait, no, I can't leave them out of the top 3. It's genuinely so difficult.
So we've got our first athlete to get 200 kilos. Luke Stoltman with that incredible pressing power gets it no problem.
There we are.
Big Luke.
Brian, thank you for the super chat. Hey guys, hello from Atlanta, GA. I met you both at the Arnold this year. It was great to see your chat with JF. Great to hear he's doing so well since his injury at that show. Thank you,
JF
Brian.
just is an amazing human.
Yeah,
I love
is.
JF. I love how laid back he is.
Yeah, he's
doesn't
the coolest
stress.
guy. Yeah,
he's positive. He's just a good guy to be around.
It's good to see him doing well after what.
And
happened.
he's like us. He's just a strongman fan as well. At the end of the day,
he loves it. He's massively responsible for the growth of strongman in Canada, and now look how many incredible Canadian strongmen we have.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of that is thanks to JF. Okay, and
Maxime is up.
Maxime, that's Martine's. John Boyle, where are you, John Boyle? Why are things not showing for me?
Sure, up next.
Okay. Liz loves testicles. That is a dirty lie. Zach, thank you for the super chat. I believe as new fans come and they see Tom and Novikov and Lissis, they will never understand how good Big Z or Brian have been. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And that's why we always try and push people to places like the Strongman Archives where all of that history is captured, and then people can start comparing people and seeing how great.
We've done it. You know, we do a lot of videos where we compare different things, different eras, and we also try and make people understand that equipment evolves, so we can't compare like a Bill Kazma deadlift to the guys that are lifting right now.
Yeah, definitely. Or especially on something like a log lift where it literally used to be half a tree chopped down and some handles sort of cut into it. It's
as opposed to the laser cut beautiful
you've got like a twig in your eye.
Very different.
Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Can you explain the different lifting styles you're referring to on this event and the techniques, and are there techniques not allowed? Yeah, so
I'm interested to watch this.
Push press. So they're coming from this height though, aren't they? And they're going in.
Yeah, so the bar is set on 2 blocks.
Yeah.
And they can either get under it in a normal rack position, so the bar in front of them. If their mobility is good enough, they're going to rest it along their clavicle. And then they will stand up and press the bar or jerk the bar overhead, whichever technique they prefer.
Mm-hmm.
The other technique they can use is to get under it like it's a squat. So it'll be on the back of their traps is kind of where they're going to be aiming for. Some of the less flexible guys may even have it on their neck. And then they're going to do the same thing, dip and drive or jerk the bar overhead.
And that technically you can get more weight doing it that way because
the only real rule is they've got to put as much weight overhead as possible. They can strict press, they can push press, they can jerk, they can do it behind the neck.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They don't even have to clean it from the floor. It's just about getting that weight from A to B.
As far as, thank you, Wildland Cam, for your super chat. As far as the hardest competitors performing at the peak of their career, what would be the most difficult year to compete in the history of World's Strongest Man be? Do you think it would be this year? In terms of having the best people at their peak?
I think the best people at their peak has to be
2011.
Brian, Zydrunas, and Thor.
So maybe like 2015, 16. No, Zydrunas wasn't 2016. That was when he had his back issues, wasn't it?
I mean, are we talking about all those athletes being at their peak, or because everyone peaks at a different time? That's why it's very hard to sort of compare. But if I think of the absolute best at their peak, for me, you need to have those 3 in a competition.
Yeah.
Then there's a load of others that are incredible, but I still think even with the new guys, Brian and Zydrunas at their best were something else.
Yeah, they were a sight to behold. Stephen, thank you for the super chat. When is the Jan Todd talking?
We will probably save that for an in-person.
Yeah, I think we'd
a lot of the
person. Oh, you were about to be offensive.
No,
now.
I wasn't going to be offensive, but sometimes certain people are better to talk to in person.
Okay.
Such as Bill Kazma.
Okay, yeah. You're saying certain older people.
Well, I just know. To be honest, I like doing them in person as well.
Yeah. It's more personable.
Doing them online was great, and we still chat to people online.
That was because of lockdown.
It's nice to actually get out and meet people and talk to them face to face now.
There you go. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. I'd expect to see Martin Zulhooper at the Shaw Classic before
Brian Shaw, good with 200 kilos, everyone.
There we go.
440 pounds for those that want it in pounds.
But would love to see him there. Hooper said in an interview he may have back-to-back comps this year, which could be the Deadlift Championships and the Shaw Classic. Yeah, to be honest, I think we'd all like to see Mitchell Hooper at the Shaw Classic.
Martin's good with 200 kilos.
There we go. No surprises so far. Alex, thank you for the super chat, Alex. Just throwing out a cheeky. If you need a good coach, hire Lars.
Oh, thank you. Don't have to do it, but thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate that, buddy.
Absolutely the best, even if you aren't a strongman. Oh, that's
I
very
coach
kind.
plenty of people that aren't strongmen.
Yeah.
I mean, I coach strongmen, I coach powerlifters, I coach people that just want to get stronger, coach people that just want to get in better shape as well.
Yeah.
As long as you enjoy training, then we can work it around. The only thing I don't do is tend to work with people that have very, very limited. Like one guy wanted me to coach him and he had a kettlebell.
Yeah.
You need to have a barbell, and a rack and a bench, and then we can start working.
Jason, thank you for the super chat. By next year, 10,000 live viewers maybe, you will need off-camera producer. Liz is great on camera and great tech, but both at the same time is a strain. It's a huge strain, Jason. It's very hard.
I mean, the bigger we can get the channel, then that is something we would love to do. Obviously, at the moment, we're not a huge channel.
Last year, though, on the final day, at the very peak when we were waiting for the Stone event, there were 15,000 people on here. And to be honest, it was unmanageable. The comments, they were going blub, 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 blub. You couldn't.
It was amazing, but but obviously, year round we cover strongman, and Liz, you're absolutely right. She's awesome in front of camera. She makes me more relaxed in front of camera. We get our back and forth banter, which is always fun. And our goal, obviously, is to try and grow the channel as much as possible. So all you guys that are subscribing, it really means a lot, because then we can go to sponsors. More. And then maybe if we can get to the point where we could employ someone to work on the channel, that would be huge.
Someone to take the pressure off me with the editing is ultimate, like long-term goals. That would be great.
So you guys supporting us, it really does mean everything, and it gives us those opportunities going forward. So if you haven't subscribed and you enjoy watching us, please go and consider doing that. It does mean a lot to us.
Ricky, thank you for the super chat. Best songs to live to. Always a metal playlist here. You like a bit of pop to listen to, don't you?
I like all sorts. I'm just, I lift to Elvis when I'm doing powerlifting.
Yeah, so, he does. Yeah.
But yeah, I
like a bit of Greatest Showman and stuff like that.
I like a musical. I like more hardcore stuff. I'm probably indie, emo type stuff.
Yeah. We are emos.
Yeah.
Bob, thank you for the super chat. I would love for you both to visit the Stoltmans for a day or two and join Luke for his morning swim. We will absolutely visit them, but there is no way I am joining Luke for his morning swim.
Last time we went up to see the Stoltmans just before the 2020 World Strongest Man.
That's right, yeah.
And I jumped in between them in the cold pool. Yeah. You refused to do it.
Not in bloody November.
It was, whenever November. It was, they've got this this ice pool, and it's kind of dug into the ground, so it looks like it's kind of like so deep.
It looks like a normal lazy spa height. Yeah.
And I sort of jumped in and didn't realize it was into a hole and kind of went straight
It
down
just
underneath.
Disappeared. It was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, where did Luz go?
It was cold as well, but I got in the middle of them and snuggled up. It was so bad.
There's not enough snuggly people in the world that would get me.
You would have, like Liz would have died.
I would have died. I was dying, stood watching. Leiden, thank you for the super chat. 100% should do monthly giveaway, lunch or lift with Liz and Loz. Big Southwest love from down in Exeter. Thank you. Lunch or lift. Can you imagine giving away a lunch with Loz?
What are you trying to say?
They might say.
That's something maybe we should look at in the future. Maybe. So let me just update everyone.
Okay.
Hooper, good lift. Trey made 200 kilos look easy, apparently.
So we're still on 200 kilos, 440 pounds.
Tom is up. Only 2 people to fail so far. Sex bots.
Oh, goodness me. Right, Bruno, regardless of who wins, can we all agree that Pa is the MVP this year? All the behind the scenes stuff with him is hilarious.
Pa is hilarious. He's such a funny guy.
Pa's such a clown, isn't he?
And
Pa loves it as well. When we do the behind the scenes at like the Giants live shows and stuff, Pa gravitates towards the camera. Like for some guys, I sort of go up to and I'm like, oh, do you mind? But Pa is like, he's coming to me. He loves it. He's such a showman. But it's good for the sport, I think.
Yeah, and he's making himself popular by doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
He's great.
Yeah,
he's a good strong man, and having that personality just helps. That's how we're going to get people into the sport.
Yeah, people at the end of the day, people don't want to follow people that they find boring. So
Tom making 200 look easy.
There we go. Kerno Jim, thank you for the super chat. Ryan Hugh, how do you say his surname?
Hugh. Yeah.
Fancy Cornwall this time arm wrestling.
I'm into the arm wrestling now, Ryan, as you know. I went down and did a seminar for Ryan many years ago. Ryan's
you did
a
a
good
competition.
yeah, I refereed a competition there. Ryan come from powerlifting. He's into arm wrestling. I didn't know he was doing arm wrestling now. But it sounds fun.
You have to little match up. Chad, Liz, hope the tummy's better. Oh, it's so much better now.
You're okay now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm okay now. Honestly, earlier I was just like dying. I was like, oh God, this is painful. When you were talking, you know, when you're in a lot of pain, you don't want someone talking. I was thinking, shut up, which is terrible on a live stream.
Yeah. Liz is telling me to shut up on a stream.
I was thinking, just get this bloody event finished because I'm
You're
dying.
happy now. I can tell you're happier now.
Yeah, much more relaxed now. I was sweating, Lozzie. I was like, oh, I'm going to die.
Poor Auntie Liz.
I know. The things I go through. Joseph, thank you for the super chat. What do you think would help Luke with his deadlift? He's not a bad deadlifter.
No, he's not.
When competing at this level, it kills his standings and competitions.
Look, one thing you have to understand about everyone is they are built more favorably to certain events. So having a shorter torso and longer arms is going to help you on a deadlift. Having those longer arms, however, is going to hinder you on a press, particularly like a bench press or a strict press. So all you can do as an athlete is develop to the best of your ability. And Luke has got a tremendous deadlift. It's just slightly weaker when we're talking about the best guys in the world.
Level, yeah.
But because of that deadlift being slightly weaker, he has one of the absolute presses out of everyone else.
Best presses.
So, yeah, you know, maybe I and Bibby might argue with him, but he is one of the absolute best log lifters there is. So there's usually an advantage and a disadvantage somewhere. What you have to do as an athlete is become as complete as possible and just try and keep improving, which he's done. And he's getting better each year. He's pulled over 400 kilos. He's done well on the deadlift today. Obviously, he's dropped points on it, but he doesn't need to win every event to be the best. When your weakness costs you points, you've got to have an event that then brings those points back. You know, Martins in his last 2 comps only won 2 events. Tom, you know, doesn't always win every event. He's not won an event so far. You've got to be as good as possible all round.
Jared, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for doing this. Tuning in from Wisconsin. Thank you for joining us from Wisconsin.
Sorry, Alexi, good lift. We are now moving up to 212 kilos.
Awesome.
So I think we're going to see some big weights. I said
220.
I said 220 to 227 and a half.
Yeah, but 227 and a half isn't a jump, I'll say. You're way off, off.
We did then look at the jump. So, I think 220 to 230, but it looks like they might do more.
Here's a topical one. Heaviest household item, the energy bill. I think we all feel that right now, yeah.
That is not so good, especially for anyone in the UK.
Loz, do you shine your noggin? No, to be honest, we're quite shiny here because of the lights that we have pointing on us. So it does make us a little bit shiny. Maybe we should be more professional and powder our noses before we come out, Loz. You know, like in a makeup sense, not a drug taking sense. Coopsapools. Thank you for the super chat. I can understand why people think corruption is involved, considering Obus gets an invite every year. Ouch. Yeah, wow. We know that there's like 10 to 15 of the people that end up coming are simply an invitation. And what we would like is more transparency. We're inviting this person because of this, this, and this. I think even that would appease most people.
I think so as well.
Because if they have to come up with a reason, then it forces them to really look at who's in the lineup.
Yeah.
Surely. Prepped, thank you for the super chat. I'm 6'5", just shy of 22 stone. I believe I was past it, but you've inspired me to get into strongman. But there's no gyms. You two should start a chain. Bloody chain. Oh, one gym would be.
There's no strongman. I wish I knew where you were kind of based, because maybe I could recommend a decent gym to go to. You can also, a lot of people now training at their homes. You know, I train a lot of people that train out of their garage. And with basic kit, you can make huge progress. And at that size, you've got to build to be good.
Here you go. Papaduku. Liz, pick me. Does not shine his head, I must know. Not purposely. No, he's just there.
So Luke's going to be the first to go this round. Obviously, we lost 2 athletes in round 3, it was.
Yeah. And we're up to 212 kilos now, which is, I can tell you in pounds, 470 pounds. Yeah, 470. Joshua, thank you for the super chat. How long till different weight groups become more widespread in strongman, like under certain body weight, or will it ever?
Yeah, we answered this a little bit earlier, but the lighter weight classes are getting very popular. Just last month, we were in America for Clash on the Coast, which is Pretty much the biggest under 105 comp. I say
Well,
the biggest.
apart
There's
from
OSG. There's OSG,
that's
which
the World
happens.
Championships.
That happens in Florida in November, and they have. I think they've got. I'm probably
They
wrong.
have the world's strongest man under 105, under 90 kilos, and under 80 kilos now as well.
Yeah, and then the women as well.
Yeah, and the masters.
They have the masters. So the masters is over 40, but now they have a plus, like masters category,
plus, which is over 50. Yeah.
And then they have the OSG championships, which is a qualifier for anyone can enter. You just have to go online and upload your numbers. And if your numbers are good enough, you will qualify for OSG. And then the top 3 from OSG get invited to a Giants Live. And that is exactly how Pavlo Kordiaka got to World's Strongest Man this year. It's exactly how Trey Mitchell got to the final of World's Strongest Man in 2019.
Yeah. And yes, we do think it can grow because, look at other sports.
There's
MMA.
There's some incredible characters and some incredible athletes that we've been lucky enough to meet
in the lower weight classes
that will impress the hell out of you.
Nico, thank you for the super chat. I got into strongman because my dad, he was 8th at the Dutch Strongest Man competition in 2004. He was also the best truck puller in the Netherlands. So proud of him. That's awesome.
That's brilliant.
There you go. Good at truck pulling in the Netherlands.
They are, yeah.
Get rid of the sex bots. Damn it.
So
sex bots, they're back.
So this is a good point. 212 kilos will be the most weight ever at World's Strongest Man on this event. And we've got 8 athletes still in. I think the record's getting beat.
Yes, I think so. Tyler Pike, thank you for the super chat. Do you guys believe Mitchell Hooper can win it this year? If you'd asked me before the competition started, I would have said almost definitely no. Now I'm 50-50.
I love the hype train, and he's been incredible. I still don't think he's going to win, but regardless, he's done incredible. And he might win, but I think couple of the other guys will be ahead of him.
Yeah. Prakash, thank you for the super chat. Hello from India. You guys have been my introduction to strong sports, and I'm hooked now.
That's brilliant. Really thank you so much. We're glad to. India. That's another area we want to get into strong.
That we need to properly tap into.
Absolutely.
We had a video go viral once in India, didn't we? We were like, "Oh, this is weird," but it's great. Think how many bloody people are in India. Imagine
billions.
Them. Yes. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Why do World's Strongest Man always use preset weight jumps instead of letting athletes select their own weights?
It's normally due to a time issue. If you look at the Arnolds, they allow athletes to pick their numbers.
I guess it's the changing of the weights all the time becomes
becomes very
finicky.
Yeah. And if you look at like the squat, for instance, from the Arnolds this year, it took a long time.
Yeah, it did. Really it was like 2 hours, wasn't it?
Longer than that, I think. Yeah.
Half of that was knee wrapping.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And there was only there wasn't that many athletes there, so it just takes a long time when you allow athletes to do every number. And at World's Strongest Man, where they're slow anyway because of the filming side of it, it would just go on for hours.
Yeah. Ash, thank you for the super chat. What do you really want for Father's Day? Cheesy ad. Yes. I think the more you see something as well, the worse it becomes. But to be fair, the beard struggle are the reason that stream is happening for free on YouTube. So
I've enjoyed it as well. The behind the
Terry's
scenes.
Great. Yeah, Terry's so funny with his pronunciations and everything. He's doing a great job because we know it's not Terry's sort of.
Well, we're rubbish at the pronunciations too.
Oh God, yeah.
Maybe slightly better than Terry. But...
Wow, I would hope. But still, I think Terry's doing a great job.
Yeah, he is.
David, thank you for the super chat. Any axle deadlift is cool. So that's obviously
absolutely double-handed, double overhand axle deadlift. That's a cool lift.
The Swears, thank you for the super chat. Very happy with the current top 3. Do you think Novikov can hold on to the top spot? The remaining events look good for Tom. I agree. I think they're better for Tom.
I think tomorrow's events, Alexei needs to beat Tom on this overhead.
Yeah,
that's important. I think the events tomorrow,
Tom probably beats Alexei on all of them, and that's not to say Alexei does bad. But I think Tom probably does better.
I think Tom can win the truck pull. I think Tom can win the power stairs, and I think Tom can win the stones.
And if it does,
I'm not saying he does win them, but he potentially is someone you would talk about as a threat on all those events.
Yeah, agree. Michael Watson, thank you for the super chat. Is using the wrong tacky worse than using no tacky and sleeves at times?
No tacky on stones up to like 200 kilos is going to be extremely
This was
hard.
160 though. Oh, the
What
first
was
stone.
160?
The first stone
Yeah,
that
but
Bobby
the
failed.
next one is heavier.
Yeah, but what he's saying is, so say you've got the wrong tacky on
Yeah.
that lightest stone. Is that worse, what Bobby was experiencing, than him going without tacky at all on that stone? So was it working against him? Was it harder for him to do it with that poor tacky than it would have been without the tacky?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
it was a bad choice of tacky, you
Yeah.
know, because you need tacky to lift heavy stones.
Did it make it slippery for him?
It would have.
Right,
Yeah, it
so
would have made
yes,
it. It would have made it
It was
slippery.
worse.
Also, the other thing you can have is the other opponent's tacky on the stone.
Yeah.
Especially if a lot of people have gone. Sometimes it can actually help when other tacky is stuck on the stones as well. So sometimes it's better to go towards the
Yeah.
end of a competition. But when it's super hot like it was, it can affect the stones a little bit.
Lozzie, can you please give Max a quick update of where we are in the competition?
I can
we are
indeed.
obviously on the Flintstone lift. We are up at 212 kilos.
Maxime with a good lift, and Shaw is up next. Luke with a good lift, and Maxime with a good lift.
Yeah, so we've got a few guys out now. We've got Aethor, Gabriel. Is there anyone else out?
No, just those two.
Oh, wow. So just two guys out, 212.
Brian Shaw is up next. Maxime and Luke both with good lifts at 212 kilos, 470 pounds.
There we go. How Not to Diet. Thank you for the super chat. Top 3 favourite strongman. Mine are 1, Terry Hollins, 2, Big Loz, 3, Brian Shaw.
Thank you very much.
Isn't it?
It's nice to be in
top 3. It's
what,
always top 3. You're in mine.
Thank you.
That's
nice.
right.
It's nice to be in anyone's top 3, but I'm glad I'm in my wife's top 3. I can cope with being and with not being in other people's top 3.
Who else is in mine? Rauno and Mark. There we go. Mine's easy.
Who's the top of that list?
You would hope. The one I married.
Well, we know how much you love Rauno and Mark, so I feel good knowing that I'm top of that list.
Yeah, a lot, to be fair. Beth, F. What does F mean?
F again.
And then F again.
Thank you for the super chat. We will look to see if
F usually means follow.
Yeah,
so maybe that's what she's doing. But thank you anyway. Beesmez, thank you for the super chat. Why did the Stoltmans?
Same reason that the Gav represents.
They all do.
It's Great Britain that they're representing.
Yeah, England. Does par? Surely not. Not being the Republic of Ireland, but definitely the Scottish, Welsh, and English all compete under the Union Jack, and we're not sure why. To be honest, do we know why? Was it always that way?
Yeah, it's always been that way.
I
don't know. World's Strongest Man might change it.
Yeah.
Depends how many flags they want represented.
Yeah, I guess. You'd think it would look better to have different flags, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
In a lot of sports, like you compete as
Yeah, like the Olympics, to be fair, is under the Union Jack, isn't it? I guess something to do with that.
Brian Shaw with a good lift. Brian fans, he is still working hard and staying in this competition.
212 kilos lifted by Brian.
So that's 3 athletes so far that have broken the heaviest weight lifted in this event.
At World's Strongest Man. Yeah.
There we go. There's Beth.
Beth, there you are. Thank you for the super chat, Beth. My dad and I came to see Britain's this year for his 50th birthday. We've watched Strongman together since I was a kid. Can you give a 50th birthday shout out to Michael? Happy 50th, birthday, Michael.
And they were at Britain's. That's cool.
Yes, that's cool.
Britain's was a great competition. And
great
Tom was amazing there, wasn't he?
Yeah. It's just a great show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice, fast paced. Get through it. Wham bam. Oh, I like this one. This is a queen. Thanks, Vanilla Gorilla. You're a king, I'm sure. Our T76, thank you for the super chat. My football team have just lost the Champions League. Hoping my Stoltman boys can lighten my mood. Love you guys and everything you do. Our commiserations
Thank
to you.
Our T. We appreciate that, buddy. And hopefully the Stoltmans make it a winning end to your weekend.
Hey, Kerno Jim, we did end up seeing your super chat in the end. So there you go. That's the Ryan one with anytime this time for that was what it said, wasn't it?
Martins is up. It was probably a bit loud, that, sorry.
Yeah, probably a bit. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your coverage, and Tom for the win. Thank you all for sticking with us. We're 1 hour and 37 minutes into
4 athletes with a good lift.
Martins
gets the good lift. So we've had Luke Stoltman good. We've had Maxime Boudreau with a good lift. Brian Shaw with a good lift. And Martins, all at 470 pounds, 212 kilos.
There you go. Timmy, thank you for the super chat. Loz looking trim, feeling good, or like Superman without his powers. Liz is looking great too.
I feel really good. I'm down to 132 kilos. Physically, the fittest I've been in a long time. I feel good walking around every day, but I feel weak as hell.
Some sacrifices have been made.
I'm purposely right now in sort of a transitional phase where I'm trying to bring my body fat down, and I will bring my strength levels back up at the right time. But I'm in a calorie deficit right now, so it's not the right time to try to be strong.
Yeah.
So I'm not even trying to be strong. So I don't really get that mental effect of feeling weaker. Yeah. And I could, if I really wanted to push myself, I'd be stronger than maybe I'm sort of giving myself credit for. But it would be the wrong thing to do to try and max out and lift huge weights while I'm trying to cut. So I'm going to keep losing some more weight, get my body fat down. And then next year, I want to do a Masters powerlifting competition and total a decent total, a lighter body weight than I used to compete at.
There you go. Ashley Lade, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Loz and Liz. You're doing an amazing job for us spreadsheet refreshers. Who are your greatest strongman of all time? We think the greatest of all time, the GOAT, is Zydrunas.
Yeah, and that's different to favorite. Just so I can clarify that. Who I think is the best isn't necessarily who's my favorite. No. And I think sometimes people pop favorite into that, category. But yeah, if we're talking the best strongman of all time, the GOAT, for me, it's Zydrunas Savickas.
Yeah. I think undeniably as well, when you look at everything that man's done, it's absolutely incredible. Dom D.
We've had a lifter fail.
Who was it?
Mitch Hooper.
Oh,
Mitch Hooper was close. He got close, went in front, got within a whisker, couldn't quite lock it out. So this might cost him a lot of points.
Yeah, definitely.
He's only the third athlete to miss so far.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's interesting. So how many guys left at this weight?
So we've got Tom, we've got
Trey,
and
Alexi. Okay. And after that, the weight goes up to, just to keep you all informed. No, 221, which is 490 pounds. They're obviously working in pounds over there.
Yep.
Dom D, thank you for the super chat. Gordon and Alex here. Our son T is 2. What should we make him lift to get him into strongman? Oh, you can get like nice little medicine balls, can't you?
There's like you can get like the inflatable weights as well. Alexa likes lifting stuff.
Yeah, she loves it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
You're doing body weight squats.
Slam balls are good. We've got like a 3 kilo and a 6 kilo slam ball, and she thinks they're Atlas stones, and she absolutely loves them.
Putting them over the bar on the squat rack.
Yeah.
Well done, T. Keep working hard, little 2-year-old. Okay, where were we?
Super chat, did you get a super sticker?
I was just making sure I didn't miss anything in between. Grimlock, thank you for the super sticker. And then apparently Hooper found 200 quite hard. Yeah, there you go. Mark, thank you for the super chat. I've written to BBC website twice to try and get a strongman section into their A to Z of sports. Let's get a campaign going to get this great sport into the masses. Thanks for the great coverage. That's a great idea, Mark. Just little things like that can make a huge difference.
Where it makes it easier for people to get access to strongman.
Yeah.
I mean, we will always recommend people go to strongman archives.
But having it as a regular feature in British news would be absolutely incredible. And, we've probably got enough competitions going on around the world now where we could justify something like that. So that would be good to see.
Trey, no problem. Trey's going to be hard in this final. He can cause some problems.
Yeah, Trey's got some really good events here. What weights are left? So next, after the 212, we've got 221 and 230. After that, if necessary, they'll do 2 more rounds. So if there's still more than one guy in after 230, they'll decide on a weight.
I think what happens when it gets really heavy and there's less athletes is the referee will discuss with the athletes and try and figure out the right weight to either try and split them, or if the athletes kind of end up wanting to tie, that sometimes happens.
Yeah. Right. Bear with me, Lozzie. Here we go.
Tom is going up now.
Spencer, thank you for the super chat. Loz, axle log or behind the neck press? Pick one.
For me, my best was axle. I was in my prime. I was very good at the axle because I could clean the axle quite efficiently. As I got older, my mobility went to crap after certain injuries and stuff, and I wasn't so good. But at one stage, I could beat a lot of big presses on the axle. It was a good event for me at a certain time.
Yeah. Press Cat, thank you for the super chat. If bar bending was an event this year, who wins? Yes, that's probably the hardest event to predict.
I did
it?
bar bending at UK's one year.
You cheated, didn't you?
And I won.
Sorry, I mean you won.
I cheated. Like I would do something like that.
Did you cheat a little
I
bit?
manipulated the rules ever so slightly. But that's just being a smart strongman.
Alec, thank you very much for your generous super chat. For those curious, the heaviest jerk / overhead ever recorded on video was a 270 front position split jerk, as for rack by all Artem Udachin
Yeah.
and Ruben Alexanyan in the gym. That heaviest clean and jerk ever performed was 267 by Lasher in contest. There we go. We are full of factoids today. Thank you for that. There we are. What's the most you've done out of a rack closet? Is it 220?
210.
210.
Yeah.
Okay. Still very good.
Last athlete up then with 212 kilos is Alexei Novikov.
And then we go up to 221. I expect Alexei to get this. It's important that he gets this.
He's got to get this.
Yeah. Kieran, thank you for the super chat. Love the content, guys. Keep it up. If you're looking to up your streaming game, have a look at Elgato Stream Deck. Okay, we will. Yeah, we will.
Thank you.
We're quite happy with StreamYard right now because it's really simple, which is quite important to me. It is simple, isn't it?
We will look into things.
We don't use a lot of the sort of
features.
Functionality. Yeah, features. That's the word. Yeah, but we will. It's just all a bit much sometimes, isn't it, Lazo?
It is.
Too much for me.
So we're just waiting for Alexei's results. It's coming through very soon.
Sex bots.
All right. You don't have to shout out every time.
I think it's important. Well, everyone else says, look, sex bots. Okay. All hail the sex bots.
Alexei with a good lift, everyone.
Yay.
So only one athlete out. We still have 7 athletes in. Now that is going to mix things up because Mitchell Hooper is going to place 8th in this event.
Okay, yeah.
So that's, and I mean, and let's just get this right.
He's never
doing
done anything
incredible.
Like this. Yeah.
But that is going to cost him winning the title.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah,
these guys are so consistent across events.
Yeah. It's hard to compete with that.
It's going to be interesting to see if we see any splits now, though, moving up. So you say
221 is the next weight jump there. Okay. Oh, hold on. I feel like I'm falling properly behind now. There we go. Okay. Frederick. Oh, sorry, Fred. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, lunch and Loz. With Loz, Liz, lift with. Oh God, no! Lunch with Loz, lift with Liz. That's terrible.
You
That's
definitely
backwards.
want it to be the other way, don't you?
I definitely just want lunch. Thank you for the super chat. Prepped, thank you, Loz. I'm up near Loch Lomond in Scotland.
Okay.
Oh, we went up that way, didn't we? We did some climbing or something up.
Yes.
Was that Loch Lomond or was that where we did the off-roading?
Oh.
It was that way. Yeah.
It was that way. So yeah, if there's no gyms around, then hopefully
Glasgow would be the closest place for a decent strongman gym.
Yeah,
probably,
I guess.
Wouldn't it?
But setting up your own home gym is probably going to be the way to go. Obviously, I know that's not the cheapest long term, but you can start with just a barbell. Just a barbell and weights would be a good way to start and add to things over time. And if you've got the space to train from home, I mean, you can make progress wherever you are.
Mm. Rick, thank you for the super chat. Hi, guys. Did you see the Paro Dwyer video with Luke? Don't be a wuss. Do you know what? I did see it and I clicked on it and started watching it and I never got round to finishing it. It sounded like Par was doing a Zadrunas impression. I only got about 30 seconds in and then I got called away and I never got back to it. It's terrible because this week so much content comes out and I have no time to watch it.
We've been so focused on our own content,
yeah.
obviously, and following what's going on at Worlds. But
yeah. We'll catch up on all of them and have a little look.
Yeah, people keep asking us if we've seen certain things. Like we've just been so focused on our own stuff.
Yeah, it's a hard week for catching up on everything.
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Loz and Fizzy Lizzie. Would like to think I'm a good strongman fan, but who the F is Mitchell Hooper? Still backing Luke for third. Mate, we've been saying the same thing. Who the F is Mitchell Hooper?
Yeah, even Mitch Hooper's saying it.
Yeah, he's like, who the F am I? Why am I here?
He's doing amazing. Regardless of where he finishes, just to make the final on your first time is huge.
It's really
to win an
incredible.
event in the final is ridiculous. He's done incredibly well, and I'm excited to see more of him.
Definitely. David Pete, thank you for the super chat. What was your strongman experience in Iran like, Klasse?
Well, training in Iran was great. I went to Iran for a while and trained with some really cool guys. They actually had a government facility that they could train in. And at the time, I used to train in this horrible little, I wouldn't say horrible. It was, a little shed that we had between a few of us.
Yeah.
And they were getting government funding, and they were all like, "Oh, we'd love to come to the UK to train with you because it's so much better in the UK." And I'm looking around at this wonderful facility that they had, their power stairs, their tires, their yokes, everything. I was thinking, you guys got it way better than I have.
I know.
The government in the UK don't give a damn about strongman. So that was quite funny because they thought, because I was like the pro, if you like, that things would be so much better for me. But they actually had great facilities out there, and there's some very, very strong athletes, wrestlers, weightlifters, and they've got some great strongmen as well.
Fred, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Jared Cheesehead. Fred here from the UP. Personal conversation. Lars, what spreadsheet are you looking at? Because Archives is ahead of you with results.
I'm actually just I'm looking.
He's
at the
looking
results,
at texts.
No, I'm splitting between the two.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are.
I think I then start kind of talking about.
He's subtly hinting.
But I'm being slow.
Yeah. PWR coach, thank you for the super chat. Will you guys be at the Fit Expo in Liverpool in July? We will, won't
yes,
we?
We will. Yes. We're looking forward to that.
What sponsor stand are you going to be on?
Not so much sponsor stand. I'm doing a talk, and I'm going to be in the strongman area.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, we're there as casuals then. That's even better.
Well, not casuals. We're there to do a few jobs.
Oh.
I've got to do a talk and a demonstration on a few things. But
I don't have to do anything.
I'm also doing some MCing.
Oh. There you go then.
No, you can do whatever you like.
Woohoo! Ryan, thank you for the super chat. I'm a Brian Shaw fan. I am sad to see what's looking like the end of an era. What are the chances, even podiums? It's still early. Like Mitchell Hooper has just dropped a massive amount of points. It could happen to someone else as well. You never know.
Brian needs to keep fighting
until it's over.
Just needs to keep fighting. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah.
That's all he can do.
Yeah. Sarah, thank you for the super chat. How do you see the growth of women in strongman? Are more women starting to compete regularly? Much love from Indiana, USA.
You can answer this.
The women's side of it is blowing up massively. I think WUS really helped last year when they hosted the women alongside the men.
Yeah,
that
was a great
Dubai
event.
show. That was brilliant. The Arnold's Pro Women was a great show, but unfortunately, it doesn't get streamed because it's not put on by Rogue and the Arnold's like the Pro Men show is. So OSG, the women's side of it, was absolutely brilliant. There are so many good female athletes right now. They are scary good. So hopefully, we'll continue to see that growth. But the women need to really big themselves up, grow their followings, bring more people in, and I think sponsors will start to really look at it more closely and go, yeah, this is great. Clash on the Coast as well. I should mention them as people really pushing the women too.
The women's side of the sport has grown tremendously
in the last couple of years, especially. It's really skyrocketed.
Seems to be a small hiatus going on, but hopefully things will resume very quickly.
Prakash, thank you for the becoming a member. Sorry, yeah. Missouri, thank you for the super chat. If the UK is comprised of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, and Paris from Ireland, how is he allowed to compete in Britain's Strongest Man? You two are exceptional. This is a very good question. And do you know what? Sometimes I accidentally, when I'm talking about the British athletes coming over to World's Strongest Man, I accidentally include Parr in there. And my God, do people get angry at me? And I'm like, I only say it because he qualified through Britain's Strongest Man. Yeah. I guess there's no other way for him to get to World's Strongest Man. Well, actually, no, because he could do other Giants live shows.
He could. I
don't know. I honestly don't know.
We're not the organisers.
Yeah, nothing to do with it. I don't know. But I know that people get angry if I call him British, but they would probably get angry if I said he shouldn't be a Briton. So what can you do? But thank you for thinking we are exceptional.
225 kilos apparently is being loaded.
Has it? Okay.
There's still 7 guys in. They're trying to get rid of them now.
Yeah, they do need to get rid of a few, don't they?
The standard is high this year. The deadlifts were ridiculous. We say it's not heavy enough. Even if it was a 340 deadlift, That's really heavy.
It is still
And
heavy.
to get 15 reps, it just shows the standard of these athletes. They are so good now.
Alex, thank you for the super chat. Always loved watching your squat at World's Strongest Man, Lars, and hearing you shout, "These are the strongest legs, baby," I think you said, didn't you? Thanks from a fellow strong man.
Thank you very much, Alex. It was fun times back then when I was on the way up.
Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah. Pre-injuries when I felt I was indestructible.
You looked indestructible as well, to be fair. Jose, thank you for the super chat. Being as good as Tom lifting stones or as good at Luke/Bibby with the log, which would you pick? I would pick stones.
For me personally, I pick log. It's interesting.
But stones will get you through to the final of World's Strongest Man.
Oh, I know that. I mean, being as good as Tom at stones would help in terms of competition, but I just kind of like lifting the most weight overhead. I think that just looks cool.
There you go. I'm more tactical than Lars, clearly. Bob, thank you for the super chat. Go Canada. Old enough to remember Tom McGee.
Get on now, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom was awesome.
Tom used to go absolutely crazy,
He was
banging his
nuts.
head and lovely head of hair.
Yeah, he had a good
wrestler
head of hair
as well, wasn't he?
He was a wrestler.
There you go. I know my strong man.
Apparently, Colin Bryce has announced that it's 226 that they're going for.
Interesting.
Luke will be the first athlete up.
There we go. Noah, I now know there's a reason I cannot see your comment, I think.
So if Luke gets this, I think he's going to get some big points.
So what are we up to?
226 kilos.
226. Okay. Gregors, thank you for the super chat. I spend more time with Liz and Loz than family. Oh. Well, hopefully you will rectify that after World's Strongest Man is finished.
You are family, Gregors.
You are our nephew, clearly. Oh, dear. Oh, hold on. Where is
he? What have you done?
Nothing. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just trying to... Oh, Noah saying, I didn't put my message on my super chat. Quickly type it now, Noah. I'll keep my eye out for you. In the meantime, Lucas, thank you for the super chat. Loss and Liz, have you ever thought of doing a cameo.com celeb shout out website service? I think it would be awesome.
We do that on our own website.
Yeah.
So if anyone did want a message from us, if you check out our website, lawrencechatelain.co.uk.
We do video messages. And
messages, autograph photos,
yeah.
Coaching, merchandise, mugs.
Yeah.
If you want to support us with any of those things, feel free. Obviously, it means a lot to us. But yeah, we've done a few funny ones, haven't we?
We have, yeah. Northern Tanker.
Okay, Luke missed.
Ooh, Luke missed 226.
Luke misses I mean, it's a big jump, so there may be a few other misses. I think there probably will be with this weight, but that could be an interesting one if few athletes get it.
Loz, thank you for the super chat, Northern Tanker. I have long arms, long torso, and short legs. Are there any lifts I should excel at, or will they all be tougher for me? Long torso, long arms. But so surely the longer torso negates. Oh no, I don't know. I'm just trying to imagine.
Shorter legs.
Yeah. You should be good at deadlift, surely.
Long arms will help. Short legs help with squatting as well. But long torso is a bit of a disadvantage there. My advice to anyone is focus on getting better.
I have to pop to the loo.
Okay.
That's the next super chat.
Okay. Don't worry too much about looking at yourself at a disadvantage or an advantage. Focus on improving. That's the best thing that you can do. And also look at lifters that are built similarly to you in terms of technique and how they approach their training, because that can be a big important factor. One thing I do with my clients, I don't teach them to lift how I lifted. I try and find the best way for them in terms of their mechanics. So, never look at making an excuse of why you're not good at something to start with. Focus on just you improving your goals, stick to your numbers that you should be lifting. That's important as well, because so many people get competitive in the gym and they want to outdo their mate, but you've got to focus on where you are in your training program, look to peak, and then kind of back off, work on strengthening weaker muscle groups and developing technique that suits your body type. Right. Thank you, Matty Bryan, for the super chat. Could Tom potentially be the greatest Brit? If he goes on to win a few more world titles, definitely. He's got the potential. I always talk about potential because you still have to back it up. But Tom Stoltman is incredible. Already won World's Strongest Man once. I believe he can win this year. If he gets 2, he's joint with Jeff Capes. If he wins 3, he will go down as the greatest British strongman of all time.
Pete Rogers, Mitch being out changes a lot overall. Agreed. It's really going to mix up the leaderboard.
So Luke missed and Maxime missed.
Oh,
this is becoming a big number now.
Yeah. There we go.
So if Brian Shaw can get this, he's pulled himself back into contention.
Yeah, definitely. This will be big for Brian if he can get it.
Yeah.
How exciting.
I think I'm gonna say Trey and Tom both get this.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
What about Alexi? I hope Alexi gets it. Come on, Alexi.
Yeah, I think Brian's up next, so let's see how Brian does.
T76, thank you for the super chat. Guys, did you know if the big Welsh sausage will still be defending his title next weekend?
I believe he is. I believe him and Andy Black are both going to be there competing.
Good for them.
And for me, Gav's the favourite.
So just for anyone unaware, they're doing UK Strongest Man, which is different to Britain's Strongest Man because it's held by a different promoter, Ultimate Strongman. So that's one that we're not going to this year because it clashes with my birthday.
Your birthday, but I think Gav will be the favourite with Paul Smith to look out for in that one as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Paul does after all the memes. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Whenever you next come up to see the Stoltmans, would you ever do a meet and greet type event? If Luke and Tom hosted an event with Alexi, I know that they hosted an event with Alexi that was awesome. Ever consider doing something like that?
Do you know, I'm probably really silly for this, but I just wonder why people would want to come and see me. But if there was the interest, then sure, it would be lovely to meet people that would like to meet me.
Marina, thank you for the super chat. A little personal, but I struggled with a pretty bad eating disorder and Strongman has helped me recover. Just hit a PR squat in the gym right now and wanted to say thanks for the inspiration to change. Oh, that's
absolutely
amazing.
Brilliant, Marina.
Well done, Marina.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, you know, I struggle with food and eating issues and, you know, depression I have as well. Not now, but I suffered quite badly for a long time. Liz knows what I've been through. So when you can find something that helps you enjoy what you're doing and come out of that, that's so good to hear.
Ian, thank you for the super chat. Loz, for the programs you sell on your site, what style of programming is it? The
ones on my program are percentage based.
Yeah.
And when I train people in person, I sometimes do a mixture of different things depending on some people. I find RP is great.
Like Tom got it. Sorry.
Oh, Tom hasn't gone yet.
Oh, okay. We must be far behind you. Sorry.
So it depends on the person. Some athletes don't respond well to RPE. Some are better with percentage based. I try and figure out what works better for individuals. Sometimes use both. It depends on the time of training. I even have athletes kind of message me while they're training sometimes and will adjust as needed. I try and I'm terrible for being on my phone, aren't I?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah. All the bloody time to his clients. I'm like, but it's good. He's a very good coach. Bad husband. No, I'm joking. He's really, I'm sorry. Oh, I couldn't resist.
Brian Shaw missed.
Oh, okay. Right. So that was 226 missed by Brian.
226 missed by Luke, missed by Maxime, and missed by Brian. So can anyone get this weight?
It's going to be worth big points now going forward.
Excalibur.
Yeah, thank you.
With a J in there, yeah.
Oh, similar. Thank you for the super chat. Loz, a rank system. Ranking systems can introduce new awards, i.e. Strongman of the Year, based on points accumulations, but also can make pre-qualifiers easy to navigate and attract more sponsors. I think the hard thing is there's so many promoters doing so many different competitions. Just look at Strongman Champions League, for example, and it's working out.
How can you compare someone that competes in 12 Champions League shows to maybe a Lysis who only does 2 shows a year, or Brian Shaw who only does 2 shows a year? So then it's kind of...
How do you find the balance with the points and everything?
Yeah, that's the only issue with it. I mean, it works if everyone competes a lot.
Yeah. But when people, it varies massively. Some people compete every weekend.
And you've got to look at the standard of each of those competitions.
The sort of weights they're using, who they're up against.
Yeah. So it makes it very difficult in Strongman.
Strongman's a complicated sport to do ranking for. Yeah. Some people try and they do a decent job, but I don't think it's as cut and dry as one would hope.
No. Martins gets a good lift.
Oh, good for him.
Martins pulling himself back into this competition. He's not placed outside the top 5 yet. I said that's going to be important.
Yeah, definitely.
You can never count him out, but we still have a couple more really strong guys to go. Martins is so consistent.
Yeah, He is.
And he
That's why
just
I chose him
sometimes
to win.
finds a way. Somehow, I mean, finds a way.
Bexley Mike, thank you for the super chat. Interested in your comparison of bests, Zadrunas versus Kazmaier.
Both incredible, but both different eras as well. Kaz was incredible, and unfortunately, Kaz didn't get to compete in as many
for a
World's
few
Strongest
years
Mans as he
just
should have been
prior.
able to. But both of them are unbelievable. They're very similar because they're both so powerful.
Yeah.
But Zadrunas, Kaz sort of probably inspired someone like Zadrunas.
Yeah.
And even Kaz says that Zadrunas is like the strongest man ever. I mean, Kaz says he was the strongest man until Zadrunas came along.
Yeah.
And if Kaz is saying that, then, who are we to argue?
Trey's up next, guys.
I think Trey's going to get this.
I think so too. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. What's your dream final picking athletes from all generations? And then with these events, who wins?
Oh, wow.
Zadrunas, Brian, Thor. I would put them in it.
Yeah.
Kaz. Magnus Ver.
Yeah.
5 more, Lottie. 5 more.
Sigmarsson,
Marius Pujanovsky.
Ahola,
yeah. Chuck him in.
You need more than 10. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You need more than 10. There's so many great guys. I mean, Derek Poundstone, you want to chuck in there.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones.
In their absolute prime with these events, I think it's either Zadrunas, Brian, or Thor.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But they've got the advantage. Ooh.
Trey missed. I was expecting him to get it.
Okay.
Trey missed. This is big points from our teams.
Yeah, so far, this is very good.
Can our current leaders, Tom and Alexi, get this weight?
Oh, it's important.
If Tom gets this weight, regardless of if Alexi gets it or not, Tom's put himself in an incredible position on day one.
Jimmy, thank you for the super chat. Really love all the content that you do. Hoping for a repeat this year. Oh, yes, we do. Yes.
Thank you so much, Jimmy.
We don't take our foot off the gas, do we, Lassie? Brock Grimes, thank you for the super chat. Loz, your 2008 squat, one of my favorite lifts.
Thank you very much.
That was a pretty good, because Kaz was there, and that was what he said, didn't he?
He said these are the strongest legs.
And you had a bit of a moment, didn't you, Lasso? Was he like pissed?
No, he thought it was funny.
Oh, that's good.
Kaz loves all that stuff.
Yeah, he does. He does. Ford Skyline, thank you for the super chat. What advice would you give for the starting to lift heavy? Can't find any videos for introduction to strongman. Do you know who does have some good videos, actually? It's Adam Bishop. If you look on his channel,
Well, a good place to go is Starting Strongman. There's a website called Starting Strongman, which is a really good place to go to anyone looking to get into strongman. I definitely recommend that. There's a lot of athletes that do training videos. We've started to put up a few on our channel. I know a number of athletes doing them as well. Just do a Google type or a search into YouTube. There's plenty of stuff that you'll find. The one thing I'll say is just don't rush anything. Just enjoy it. Focus on improving. Focus on getting technique really nailed as well. I made that mistake early on when I started off. I wasn't focusing on technique. I was just focusing on pushing myself. I wish now if I could go back and train myself, I would focus more on technique early on in my career.
There you go. And there's a gym recommendation for the guy who's in Loch Lomond. Oh,
Tom Stoltman gets it easily.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Stoltman has come into this comp like a man on a mission.
A man possessed. Wow. There you go, guys.
Tom Stoltman.
Can Alexi get it? Come on, Alexi. Are there any Alexi fans here? I'm a huge Alexi fan. I'm sure
there's plenty of Alexi fans. He's unbelievable.
Grady, thank you for the super chat. Did you see Eddie Hall's most recent video? Mitchell Hooper said Tom Stoltman did 235 kilos in training. No, like we said, we've barely had time to, because when we're not filming.
We've heard lots about the 235. Like I was told by the Stoltman's coach that Tom was doing better on this in training than Luke.
There you go. Pablo, thank you very much for your generous super chat. Loz, who was your biggest inspiration when you started your strongman journey?
Thank you very much, Pablo. In terms of people that inspired me, Magnus Samuelsson was kind of like my favorite strongman. But so many of the athletes that I kind of looked up to, a lot of people don't realize this, but Ollie Thompson, Mark Felix, and Terry Holland were huge inspirations to me. Mm-hmm. Those three were the top British guys when I first got into strongman, and without them, I would never have pushed myself to be as good as I was. And then I've been very lucky to have such a support family. Obviously, Liz, incredible partner to help me through my career. So I've been very lucky. But yeah, I'd say in terms of athletes, those three British athletes were big inspiration to me.
Very fair. Any news on Alexi?
We're waiting for Alexi.
Oh, come on, Alexi. Bill.
Only 2 guys so far I've got this week.
Wow. Bill, thank you for the super chat. Are you ever going to collab with, is that
Juji? Love to do something with Juji. Just we've struggled to get out in the States and have time to do anything.
When we've gone out, it's been like for 4 days and they've been packed.
What we're hoping for is later in this year that we get a substantial amount of time out there and we can collab with a few different people. That's the goal.
It says typing on your phone now. I'm just waiting for that to come through before.
Alexi
Yay! Alexi going with a split jerk.
3 athletes that are
Martins, through. Tom, Alexi. Yes.
Wow.
Come on.
Those 3. They were in our top 3.
Yes, they are our top 3. Yeah, I feel like we're onto a winner this time, Lozzie. Jake, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Liz Loz, do you guys have a favorite mythological strongman such as Hercules or Paul Bunyan, etc.?
Paul Bunyan is awesome.
I do not personally. I'm not into fantasy. You know what I mean?
I kind of like stuff like that.
I know you do, so you can answer the question.
But, Hercules was incredible. I'm a bit geeky, like
Hercules. I like the Disney
mythical
film.
Creatures or superheroes and stuff like that. Things like that used to inspire me as a kid. You know, you just want to be. I used to watch the Hercules series.
Yeah,
and I've seen the films and stuff like that. And then
everyone wants to be strong, don't they? Every boy.
Absolutely. And I used to love wrestling as well. So people like Andre the Giant. He just ridiculously big, strong man. Films, action films. When I've met Arnold and Sylvester Stallone, and they're actually a lot smaller in real life. And also gladiators as well. When I was a kid, used to love gladiators. And I've met a lot of the gladiators now, and I'm way bigger than they are. But when I was a kid, they were massive. But that's all good fun. That stuff.
Dee, thank you for the super chat. Would you consider doing a similar type of stream for other events? I'd love to watch the replay of the Shaw Classic with your comments and insight. Well, we're at most of them, to be fair. So obviously we can't there. The Shaw Classic is probably the only one we can't because Brian doesn't allow anyone to talk about it until the results have been released. And I don't know how he'd feel about a play-by-play of people streaming, but maybe
if we're home and we're watching them, we could put some headphones on, and if people are interested in us doing something like that, then let us know. We could definitely do it. I know a lot of people, especially in arm wrestling and stuff like that, do it like a watch party. So even you guys wanted to join us watching, we can all watch together. That would be cool.
Actually having something to watch would be brilliant.
Obviously we're not watching it on, it won't be on our screen, but
no, you would have to buy it ourselves. We can't rip off someone's content. Together. Missouri, thank you for the super chat. So what's the weight going up to now?
235 kilos.
Do you think either of them get it? 235?
There's 3 of them left.
Oh God, yeah. Sorry, doing
So we've got Martins left, Tom Stoltman, and Novikov.
So exciting. I hope they stay injury free. Who was statically the strongest between a prime Big Z or a prime Eddie Hall on log, super yoke, etc.?
I would say all round Big Z. On deadlift, Eddie, without question. Eddie had the biggest deadlift without question. But if we're talking squat, deadlift, log, other events, Zadrunas was just incredible.
See, this is over the threshold, so surely I should be able to see this, but sorry Richard, I cannot see your comment, but I will keep an eye out for you. Alex, thank you for the super chat. Only found out this year World's Strongest Man was in summer from a friend at work. He's trying to break into strongman. Shout out to Luke Potter. There you go.
Hey Luke Potter, let's give him a shout out.
Hey Luke, and hey Alex.
Do you know what used to make me laugh when I was competing?
People would think you were over there, didn't they?
It would be Christmas and I'd be sat eating a mince pie and someone would be messaging me, oh, it looks so nice out there. I hope you're having an amazing time. Good luck in the competition.
And you're like,
in the cold, back home.
Liz Love T-Beard. Will we see a clean shave? Oh, does Liz love the beard? Will we see a clean shaven Loz? Thank you for the super chat, James. I do like the beard. Yeah, I like the beard, and I think it really suits him. Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Some people say shave the beard. Some people say keep the beard.
I think you've got a good beard. It's a great beard. You're lucky to grow such a full bush. Oh dear. You can tell we've been online for a while now. The quality of the answers starts to go down.
I hope you guys have enjoyed chatting with us. We're loving talking to you, by the way. But you can see by the length of time we've been here, over 2 hours now, how long a event for Max takes.
Yeah.
And that's one of the issues with these. So it's often why we see events for reps in these big competitions.
Yeah, definitely, because it would just go on for such a long time.
Do you remember when they did the 500 kilo deadlift, how long that went on for? And Jerry Pritchard had to wait so long between
about 45
attempts.
Minutes, yeah.
That is one of the issues with Max events at a strongman competition. And it's usually why we don't see them in the heats as well. Because you imagine 30 guys going through a Max event.
Yeah, it'd take all day, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Howard, I'm sorry I can't see your comment. If there is a comment, but I'm told there might not be a comment. I'm
going to have to give you a second as well.
Why are you leaving me to go to the loo?
Yeah,
Oh, this better not
to be on this one.
Okay, this better not be a hard question. RT76, thank you for the super chat. Best par video this week was the fixed events one. If they fixed the events for Eddie in 2017, the fourth event would be swimming. No one swims like that fucker. Yes, well, Par is a very eloquent man, clearly, with a way with words. But, well, like we said earlier, like with the event fixing stuff, there's so much that goes into the events. Like I talking to someone from World's Strongest Man a few months ago, they were like, oh, we're struggling to get hold of steel right now, which is causing an issue. Like there's so many factors that come into it, where they are in the world, what the environment's like. And it's basically what the producers want to do and how they're going to do it for the sponsors as well. Like last year when they did the keg toss for height, it was like rain keg tosses, and then they've got the kanak yoke and stuff like that. So there's lots of factors that go into it. And I just don't see how you could say, right, we're definitely going to do it just for this one person, when there are so many good guys who are so great at so many events. So that is my stance. Davey, thank you for the super chat. For kids, check out Fit Fighter Weight Loss. They were on Shark Tank. Super safe but pricey. Oh, there you go. So for your 2-year-old who you want to get into lifting, check out Fit Fighter.
Good stuff.
Weight hose.
I've also seen we're almost at 122,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, guys, make sure you go and smash the subscribe button, as our daughter would say.
Yeah, she possibly has been watching too much YouTube this week while we've been making videos. We're going to have to detox her afterwards.
We're 50 away from 122,000.
Daryl, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Luz and Liz, I love what you do, and I'm a huge strongman fan. I'm a huge backer of Tommy. I also have a form of autism, the same age, super proud of him.
We're super proud of him as well, because your son is autistic.
He is, yeah. So
it means a lot seeing someone like Tom that can inspire so many people
and show people that it's absolutely not a barrier if this is what you want to do. Richard,
they just so we know, guys, they're giving the guys 5 minutes rest.
Okay, so that's fair. Richard, thank you for the super chat. Evening all. Tell Prepped he can get access to the superb gym. Tell him, Prepped, the user Prep.
Naval Base, yeah.
The superb gym at the Naval Base in Fastlane. There you go, Prepped. A couple of recommendations now for a gym.
It's a great thing, there's a lot more strongman gyms now that are all over the place.
Yeah, there you go. And thank you guys for the suggestions for him. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. If Brian Shaw ever wins his 5th World's Strongest Man, does he take the GOAT title from Zydrunas?
We've discussed this week as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it certainly gives him an argument for it. There's so many reasons, they're both incredible. And I think it definitely gives him the title as best at World's Strongest Man.
Yeah, definitely that. Best at World's Strongest Man, when you look at the amount of times he's podiumed, the amount of times he's made the final consecutively, the amount of times he won his group as well. I don't think it gives him the GOAT title, though. I don't think you can... You could
definitely still argue that...
8 Arnold Strongman Classic, 2 IFSA World titles, and then I can't remember off the top of my head the number, but no one comes close to the amount of international wins that Zydrunas has had. Not even close.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how many he's got.
But undoubtedly an incredible.
I can find out for you if you want.
And probably the best at World's Strongest Man. Yeah, find out, Lazo. Give us something else to talk about.
Yeah. Chris
Little, why can't I see your comment? Please be very careful, guys. God, the sex bots. I block them every time. I don't know. Obviously,
they find a way back in.
Yeah, they do.
So this is a stat for you guys on Zydrunas. He has competed in 145 international competitions. He has won 80 of those competitions. He's won 19 national titles. He's broken countless world records. He's just been around the sport for so long.
Yeah.
No one comes close to the amount of international wins that Zydrunas has had. That's why. And then if you think on top of that, some of those wins, he's won 4 World's Strongest Man titles. He won 2 IFSA World's Strongest Man titles when the strongman split from World's Strongest Man. He's won 8 Arnolds, which is mental. He's won the Fortissimus, which became a huge competition at some point, and just a whole host of other huge shows. Broken more world records than anyone else.
Leighton, thank you for the super chat. I've got Tom's face and signature tattooed on my arm. Some say it's extreme, but Tom inspires me. How would you react to someone having a tattoo of you? Well, I would freak out.
I've never seen anyone have a tattoo of me. So if it happens, then we'll know. It would be odd, I think, for me.
I think it'd be very odd if someone had a tattoo of my face. Who's that? Some woman. The wife of a man that I used to watch Too Strong Man. She's on YouTube.
Yeah, but I mean, it must for Tom, it must be very, very flattering. And it's nice to know that people do inspire other people.
Absolutely.
And, that's one of the reasons I love both the Stoltman brothers. They've inspired so many people, and it's just such a good thing to see.
Fred, thank you for the super chat. Jared is from Wisconsin, i.e. Packer fan, equals Cheesehead, and I am from God's country, the upper peninsula of Michigan. Is there some sort of private conversation going on here?
It must be some kind of like football talk or something.
I don't know, but thank you for the super chat, Fred. I'm glad you can involve us in your conversation. Do you ever think I don't know what's going on? Sai, thank you for the super chat.
Is up very soon.
Ireland is part of the British Isle. It is. I mean, it depends how you look at it. It's not part of the UK, but he does compete in UK Strongest Man. It's very weird. We don't really understand the boundaries at all.
We don't get too worked up about it.
No,
a lot of people seem to get worked up about it.
No one actually in someone who has the potential to compete at British Strongest Man or already does. No one cares. Go on.
I'm going to let you read this one.
Carl. Can I get a shout out to Josh? Stop nailing my wife. Josh, stop nailing Cole's wife. Is that what I'm saying?
That's what you're saying.
Stop it.
Stop
rude.
it. Josh, don't do that.
Don't do that, Josh, or no one's going to like you anymore. Did we get it right?
I don't know.
Did we do the right thing?
Oh, sorry.
Lozzie. Lozzie's taking the table with him. The shock, isn't it? That comment.
It was an interesting one.
God, people get to say some weird things.
Right, you look at that. Martins is coming up now.
Oh, so what? We're up to 235 kilos.
235 kilos.
Crazy. Prakash, thank you for the super chat. Loz, I loved your advice on training in general. Also, it's 4 a.m. here. I feel that I'm the guy from the meme lying in bed watching your videos. My partner wondering what I'm looking at.
That meme was funny.
That was funny. Well, just so your partner knows if they're about, you're not doing anything dodgy. You still love them very much.
Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for watching the channel. We really do appreciate it.
Whether you be in bed or on the toilet,
on the toilet,
got us on in the background while you're doing some household stuff or gardening, whatever. We're just glad you're with us.
How many people here fall asleep to my voice and your voice?
I don't think, I think your voice would be easier to fall asleep to than mine. I can become a little bit shrill when I'm excited. Plus the laugh cuts right through you.
Thank you guys. We went over the 122,000 subscribers.
Yay, thank you
guys.
Thank
you all for subscribing to the channel.
There we go. Gabriel, thank you for the super chat. Stupid jumps, drawn points are not healthy for World Strongest Man. No, and it's going to be quite heavily drawn points as well. I'm surprised they jumped as much. I think
it was a big jump from 7 to 3.
A risk was taken there in the decision making.
So Martins is up now.
He's under the bar. Behind the neck. We're getting a play-by-play here.
Awesome.
Split jerk and it's up. 235 kilos for Martins.
Martins. We said he could be hiding some of his training videos.
Yes.
He's a monkey.
Martins is still very much in this competition.
Wow. 235 kilos from Martins.
There we go. Incredible. Can Tom and Alexi match it? Do they want to match it?
They're going to have to.
They have to.
They do not. Martins is a machine, and you've got to keep pushing him down, put the pressure on. Don't even give him that little
You
snippet of a
can't
chance.
with an athlete as good as Martins. He's just incredible. He's here. He's there. Here we go.
Martin, okay.
Thank you for the super chat. Go on, Lozzie, do it. Go on, you say it.
He's here. He's there. He's everywhere.
No, you can't. You can't
No,
swear.
I'm not swearing. I'm a
Every
very good boy.
effing where.
It's funnier when Liz swears anyway.
No,
So.
I shouldn't swear. This is the sort of thing. It sounds better in American accent.
It does.
I think
Our
we're too
British
formal
accent's just-
sounding. He's here. He's there. He's every effing where. Martins. There we go. We do like a musical version.
It was good.
Thank you, dear. RT76, thank you for the super chat. At UK's, I have VIP tickets. Damn you, Liz. Only bought them to meet Roz.
How could you have a birthday?
How dare I be
I mean, to
bored?
be fair, Glenn Ross didn't ask me to go. So
No, to
there
be
is that as
fair,
well.
I'm not sure we wouldn't be going if it wasn't my birthday. We haven't been invited. Anyone think you work hard and deserve a weekend pamper? Well, hopefully we get to see you
UK's is a great show as well. You guys
You'll
will have a great time.
without us.
It's a fun family show.
It really is.
You know,
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed going to watch it. So
This
you'll
one
have
we've
an amazing
enjoyed
time.
taking our children to, actually,
Yeah.
because they really facilitate well for families there. So you're going to have a great time. It'll be fine. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Have you seen a strongman return after a herniated
Yes,
disc?
a number of strongmen, myself included.
What's the greatest recovery you've seen? Can you think of any like big names who went on to do?
Zadruna, but from a herniated disc. Graham Hicks, he had a real issue with his back Poundstone. He was told he'd never walk again, never mind kind of lift again.
Bloody hell.
And he went on to win the Arnold's, come second at Worlds. I've seen many guys come back from devastating injuries that people told them they'd never come back from. There's always a way, and there's such modern science now that keeps improving. You've got to kind of look into things, but there's always a way back.
Thank you for the super chat. I feel sick following this event. A game changer. I hope sick with excitement and not with horror. Oh, what's happening?
Tom
is coming up under the bar behind the neck. Got it. But judges are conferring.
We need to just check that it's official.
Okay. So it looks like Tom's got it, but we're just finding out now whether they're giving him the lift.
So should find out very, very soon if Tom gets a good lift.
I guess the question is, did he like put it down before he was given a down signal? Maybe. Why else would they confer, Lozzie, for an overhead lift like this? Lozzie.
Yep.
Fill us in. What's happening?
I think it's a good lift. I'm just waiting to figure out what's going on.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
This is the problem when you can't watch it.
I know. Rach, thank you for the super chat. Do you think it's possible for Brian to ever return to the top, or is his era over now? I think every year it gets more difficult because everyone gets better. And when you know, Brian's been doing this for what, nearly 20 years, and no one can stay at the top forever, can they?
It was a
good lift. It was a good lift. Tom Stoltman with a good 235.
Do you think it's possible for Brian to ever return to the top, or is his era over now? I don't think Brian will ever be the Brian of 2015, 2016. I've said that openly many, many times. That doesn't mean he can't win competitions.
No.
But I believe now there are a number of guys better than Brian. That's why I didn't have him in my top 5 for this. And I've seen people say, oh, you left Brian out of your top 5. Brian's a great strongman, and if he did get in the top 5, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but
I don't rate him as the same as he was 2015, 2016.
Which is
I actually thought last year he was incredible.
Yeah,
you know, he surprised me, but he still wasn't as good as Brian from 2015 and 2016.
Yeah. Stone Age Dinosaur, thank you for the super chat. You two are awesome. In the future, could you do a video about non-strongman athletes who could kick butt if they committed in their prime? Do you know what? We did do a video like that. I think it was 5 incredible athletes I'd like to see in strongman.
Yeah, we could look more in
It was
depth.
about 2 years ago, though, and the video quality will be atrocious. So maybe it's something we could redo now. Yeah, because it was literally...
And we could look at a lot more athletes, because there's some incredible athletes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Alexei Novikov is up.
Oh, come on, Alexei. Brandon, thank you for the super chat. Loz, how many world records did you hold in strongman? Are there any that you still have that haven't been topped yet? So your farmer's walk one hasn't been beaten yet?
No, my farmer's walk one is still holds, which was 150 kilos in each hand for 20 meters. I think in about 6.7 seconds, something like that.
Your wuss yoke one, 580 kilos,
That
still
stands. That's probably it in terms of what I've got. A couple of, see, this is where strongman becomes a bit complicated.
It's almost per federation.
Yeah, there's different records for different bits of kit. So I do have a few records, but they're just like joke records.
Yeah.
And my Dilly Stone record as well, which I took from Brian Shaw last year. But yeah, not so many these days.
Hurricane Chris, thank you for the super chat. Why aren't they streaming the world yet? Honestly, it takes a really go on.
3 out of 3.
Yay!
Alexei Novikov,
Alexei.
Martins,
Yay.
and Tom Stoltman, all good lifts.
Yes, there we go.
How are we going to separate these 3?
It costs a couple of million each year to put on, and they make that money back by selling it exclusively to the TV places. So it would be a big risk to say, right, let's just do it pay-per-view or live stream and see how much money we make when it's such an expensive production to make. So yeah, that's why. If some really big sponsors came on board, someone like Nike or Red Bull or something like that, then that would take the financial burden off of them, which would mean they wouldn't be so reliant on the TV contracts. But even though they've got good sponsors, they're not huge sponsors.
It's things even we're still learning about.
Very much so. This is stuff I learned very recently, because I used to say the exact same thing. Why can't we have pay-per-view for the super fans and then still sell it to the TV? It's because when it's no longer exclusive, the value of it diminishes massively, and they won't pay as much.
I mean, even to the point of us doing stuff like this, it diminishes the value a little bit. But they're understanding now that
it's
the fans want to.
We have to follow it. If we care too much, we will not be.
And I think long term, eventually, it has to change.
Yes,
because people don't watch TV. Like in the UK, for instance, it's tradition to watch it at Christmas. But back when Jeff Capes was winning World's Strongest Man, there was about 3 TV channels. BBC would show it and it would get 20 million views.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at look on Giant's live page, they've got strongman clips with 60 million, 70 million views.
Yeah.
People watching all over the world. People watch TV in different ways now. So
it does have to change, but we're not sure how it will in the future. But hopefully for the better for all of us, we can watch it faster. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. I really enjoy collab videos. Any you do will be great. Just like to plant the seed that some bench training with Julius Maddox would be awesome.
That would be amazing. There's so many people I would love to collab with, and now that I'm sort of injury free and enjoying training again, the only issue is I'm not very strong at the moment, so I just feel like I'm a bit of a fraud when I'm but I guess I don't need to be strong anymore. I'm not competing as an athlete, and fine, I could do things with different types of athletes now as well, which is good.
Russ, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Tom and Luke having their wives with them help them mentally? I don't know how Alexei can concentrate with the Ukraine situation, but Alexei uses it as his absolute, he just uses it as fuel for his fire. 2020, I can't remember if it was his dad or his granddad had just passed away, and Colin was like, I'm not sure he's going to be in the right state of mind to compete, and he won it that year. He is a man possessed.
He's actually increased his performance since
things have started going badly.
But so did Pavlo as well. Pavlo was awesome at Europe's. He's been great.
He was great. He was one of the top performing athletes. He just had one of the hardest groups, so he didn't get through. It was such a shame. Really but also, Luke and Tom having their wives out there who know how to look after them. It'll be good for them mentally, definitely. Absolutely. You always preferred to have me there, didn't you? Dustin, thank you for the super chat. I think Brian announced they're live streaming this year, so maybe you could do a play-by-play. Yeah, they're live streaming on
really good.
ADL TV, which is the same company that Clash on the Coast used, and it will be pay-per-view, which is fine. We're all happy to pay, I'm sure. So I'm sure we probably can do it that way, to be honest.
If that is the case, then we may well do that this year.
So for anyone watching, we can have like a chat party, I guess. So you're not watching alone.
Might have to bring nibbles next time.
Bring nibbles, definitely. I'm bloody starving. Right, what weight are we going up to?
We are going up to just a smaller jump this time, which makes sense, 240 kilos.
Okay, here we go. 3 guys still left in. Adam, thank you for the super chat. I feel bad for Luke. I know how bad he wants to win World's Strongest Man, but I think with the likes of Tom, Alexei, Martins competing, we may never see that win.
Let me kind of ask you a question differently. Did you feel bad for me having to compete against Zadrunas and Brian and Thor.
I did.
We can't feel bad for athletes. You know, you're just in the generation that you're in, and you've got to work hard. And Luke's an amazing athlete, but needs to be a little bit better if he wants to beat those guys. Just like any of us who are competing in any generation. I never feel sorry for athletes. You know, I know you do, but
I have a bigger heart.
but that's ridiculous. You know, they're all professional athletes at the end of the day.
I know. Yeah, but when you emotionally invest in people, Ozzy, we emotionally invest. Jason, thank you for the super chat. How do you mentally adjust and cope with getting older? I'm 49 now and keep trying to live like I'm 29 because I just can't give up the glory days. My body hates me. Oh, you know that feeling.
Do you know what? Like, I joke about being old. I'm not old. I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 in December. And when I say I'm old, I'm literally talking about mileage in terms of the amount of time I've done strongman, because I've done strongman for 20 years, which is a long time to be involved in a sport at that level. And now I've just changed my goals, and I feel great. I feel younger than I've felt in a long time. I mean, I'm fitter, I'm faster, I kind of have more energy to keep up with the kids. And I feel really good. So I'm in a good place. And my goal is to actually look my best by my 40th and enjoy being in my 40s. So I have no issues with getting older, but I do understand the not being able to do what I could when I was younger. That side of things is quite tough mentally. But it's why I don't want to do strongman anymore, because that's comparing me to my best in a sport. I'm choosing different things to do now. So I'm doing like powerlifting, arm wrestling, grip competitions, training for fitness, just doing new challenges. And that helps me stay excited and enjoy my training. If I trained, bear in mind, I was a top level strongman for a number of years. If I tried to kind of chase that, I think I would be in a bad place mentally, because I'd constantly be failing on what I used to do. And I think that's one of the hard things for a lot.
Just changing your goals.
Yeah, for a lot of sort of athletes that, you know, unless I talk about the kind of trajectory on the way up, because Luke Stoltman, for instance, is still going up. Even though he's 36 or 37, he's still getting better. But when you get to that kind of peak and you don't know when it is, that's the hard thing. You start kind of going like that and then coming down and up and down, and it starts kind of gradually getting worse. It's mentally tough. So having those different goals helps me.
Robbie Road, thank you for the super chat. Big loss. Did you watch Louis Ferrigno in the Hulk, or are you too young?
I did indeed. I've seen pretty much all of them, and Lou Ferrigno was great.
Dwayne Scally, thank you for the super chat. Pound for pound, is Alexi the best current world's strongest man? He's not small by any means, but he and Kevin Ferris are small in comparison to the others, but put up crazy numbers.
Oh, pound for pound, he's awesome.
Alexi is so impressive. He gives away so much weight and a lot of height as well in certain scenarios. I think we're going to maybe see that a bit later in this competition when it comes to things like power says and the truck pull maybe, but undoubtedly he's just so impressive, isn't he? Both what he can do physically and how tough he is mentally as well.
His mental strength is what impresses me more than anything, and his kind of smarts, his ability to figure things out.
Yeah,
and that's really important as an athlete. Some people just think it's about being a big brute. The top guys are actually really quite intelligent.
Yeah,
and
Alexi is one of the most intelligent of all, I would say.
Yeah, he is.
Everyone's laughing at your shorts, thinking that you're just in your pants. I think he just sits with them pulled right up. He is wearing shorts. We don't do these in our underwear.
I'll tell you a secret. When I did an interview with Colin, he did it with his bottom half naked.
Yeah, he had a shirt on and then he was naked from the waist up. Thankfully, we didn't see that. Fred, thank you for the super chat. Liz, not into fantasy. Sorry, Loz. There you go. In reference to my comment earlier about mythical strongmen. Obviously. So, David, thank you for the super chat. Well, one option could be something like Wessel's rule for max events. That's what they do in powerlifting. 3 attempts max, no going down if you miss.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. But then on an event like this, where it's new, we wouldn't have been up at the numbers that we're seeing now, because athletes probably would have gone safer. Whereas this is allowing us to see exactly how much they can lift.
Yeah. Oh, Alex, don't bring attention to it. 122,000 subscribers and still no talking strongman of Lawrence Chatelain. I promise we will at some point. A couple of times I've said to him, I'd like to do that this week. And then suddenly my workload, he's like, oh, let's do this, and this. I'm like, hold on.
I'm not just like that. There's things that happen and we need to get them done.
Yeah. Okay.
And now we're going to do it 150,000 subscribers.
Okay.
So, guys, subscribe.
Oh dear.
I know I'm being cheeky, but
have they
we've got 6,500 people on nearly. And if you're not a subscriber by now, come on, guys.
Come on, man.
Go and smash that button. I can't believe I'm saying smash like my daughter. Right. No, they're having a 10-minute break.
Okay. Let's quickly catch up on the super chats. They're on a break. Michael French, thank you for the super chat. I love the spreadsheet watch parties. Uncle Loss, would the knees over toes help recovery from a pinched nerve in my back?
It's hard to say if it's going to help a pinched nerve in your back. That's probably an issue you need to see a good chiropractor about, or osteo. But chiropractor is probably your best bet. I always find, especially a chiropractor that understands sports, you want someone that kind of really works with athletes rather than, say, working with just like an old lady that's come in because she's got a bad back. But if you're an athlete, then look at getting a chiro that treats rugby clubs, American footballers. They're going to understand the need as an athlete to be performing well. I'm very lucky. My chiropractor is very good. And when I had a bulging disc, it was agony. I actually injured it in the Faroe Islands and I could barely walk. I couldn't put my socks on. It was terrible. Yeah. I was lucky that some of the other strongmen helped me out. You know, that's how cool the strongman community is. We all kind of help each other. But you remember how much pain I was in?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
And it took a while. It was hard to be that patient. But with treatment, I mean, he was great. He never, Angus, so he's got like such a soothing voice to him.
Yeah, he does.
And each week we just kind of worked on things. I worked with a physio and a chiropractor, and I was seeing the chiro twice a week. I was getting physio every week. But we fixed it within about 4 months, which is very fast for something like that. But I mean, I really pushed in terms of what I had to do. I listened exactly to him. And the thing is, most people have a bulging disc. It's just making sure everything is aligned properly so that the pressure is not on the nerve. That pressure, when it's on your nerve, is what's going to cause the issues.
I feel like I've got bulging discs in here.
Do you know how many people have a bulging disc without even realizing?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. The way I see it is horrendous. Alan, thank you for the super chat. In a similar way to the log lift at Europe's last year, does this split points now make those three the podium? Love the channel. It very much depends. If they all end up tying on this, it's going to be a massive leap. But there is still 3 guys in, so if one gets the next
Martins has missed at 240.
Right, okay, so
if any of these next 2 can get this, it's going to be monumental points for them.
All right, so Martins is out. Tom is next.
I think regardless, even if they both get this, I think this is the last lift.
Are there any plans on being the sportscaster for Clash on the Coast and Arnold's again in 2023? Maybe more. You guys are the best at covering strongman. Thanks for the great content.
So from talks I've had with Anthony Furman, they do want to use me again for their competitions, which is brilliant.
OSG want to use you again?
Yeah, we've spoken to OSG. They want to use us. And from everything I've understand from the response from Rogue, I think Rogue want to use me as well. I never see anything as guaranteed.
No.
But hopefully you guys enjoy what I do with that. They seem very pleased as well. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they want to.
What's the best strongman gym in Swindon, Lassie?
That's an easy one. Pro Strength and Fitness. That's where I train.
There you go. Saw
someone in there today and they're like, oh, you're off the telly. You're Big Loz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I train here all the time. So, oh, wow.
Tom is under the bar. Behind the neck. It's up and he got
Tom Stoltman gets a good lift. Tom Stoltman, 240 kilos on the behind the neck jerk or behind the neck press, whatever you want to call it, the Flintstone lift. 240 kilos from Tom Stoltman.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Now, Alexi doesn't give up, so he will definitely try this weight.
Tom Stoltman, though, is winning World's Strongest Man.
It's hard to bet against him now with this because the next couple of events are so bloody good for him. Yeah, I think
he's come into this competition with just incredible confidence. You know, second on the deadlift, if he wins this event, how can you not see him winning? because then you've got a truck pull tomorrow.
I know. Yeah.
He won it's a different event, but he won the turntable last year.
Yeah.
The power stairs, you just cannot see
Yeah.
a man
And
that's
then
that
Atlas
tall being bad.
stones.
And then the stones, he's unbelievable at.
Let's quickly catch up. Ben,
Sorry,
thank you for
I'm
the
very
super
excited
chat.
with the spicy Stoltman.
It would be awesome if you did a chat with Big Z. Lars has quite a long interview with Big Z. If you search Talking Strongman with Zadrina Savickas, and maybe you could do
I'd love
another
to
one
talk
at
to him
some
again
point.
at some point.
Z pops up in a few of our videos when we're out and about. So
We'll
like
always chat to Z.
and yeah, Z's a friend. We like Z, and he's hilarious as well.
He is funny.
He's very
I've shared like rooms with Z when strongman was less, than it is now, and athletes had to share rooms.
Yeah,
one of the best athletes to share a room with. Very quiet,
very tidy,
but funny as well. Yeah, tidy.
Yeah. There you go. TJ, thank you for the super chat. If you set the chat to sub-only mode and the minimum sub time to 5 minutes, it should stop bots. Oh, that's something we could consider. Yeah. Don't want to like kill the interaction, but I do want to kill the sex bots. So that's something I'll have a look at.
Thank you. So guys, make sure you're subbed.
Okay. So Alexi will be up soon. Mitchell Watson, thank you for the super chat. If Tom wins this year, that's my next tattoo sorted. Not sure where it will be, but it's Stoltman related. That's all I know. I know.
You got to love the passion emojis for the Stoltmans.
Yeah, they've got such a loyal following. They're very popular right now.
240 kilos. Can Alexi match Tom Stoltman?
Come on, Alexi. Oh, I wonder what they'll go up to after that. Surely not a huge jump.
I don't think either of them go up after this. Even if Alexi gets it, I don't think they go for another lift.
Don't you think Alexi does?
No.
I wouldn't surprise me if he did. Man's madman.
Depends how easy. I guess it depends how easy it is. But
Strongman should start a Hall of Fame. Thank you for the. Oh, they
there
do have one. Yes. Magnus is in it. Kaz is in it.
Both Magnuses. Both Magnuses.
Both Magnuses. Yeah, there is one. Did he get it?
He got it.
Yes! Go on, Alexi. Yes.
Alexi Novikov, 240. Maybe they do go for more because the biggest strongman lift like this ever is 240. So maybe they go 245.
For a new full world record. My goodness, how exciting.
All right, I'll try and find out what's going on.
I hope you're all as excited as us. I feel like a crazy person sometimes. Just looking.
Do you think we're crazy? Because our normal friends probably would. Hopefully, you guys, I class you all as friends now.
Oh, we're out of order now, Lozzie. Fred, thank you for the super chat. Sexbot, what are you going to do? Auntie Liz is coming for you. It's very true. Very true.
What do you mean we're out of order?
I accidentally, hold on. Right, I will get back to that one. Let me get back in order so I'm not missing people because it accidentally jumped. Loz, I think our lack of TV time influences people on who is the GOAT. Only World's Strongest Man until live stream, etc. took over recently. Big Z is GOAT, no more argument. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, a lot of people only follow World's Strongest Man, don't they? They don't even know that there's a full sport behind it a lot of the time. They think it's an annual show.
That's why World's Strongest Man is so important. And if people enjoy our coverage on World's Strongest Man and they come and then watch what we do with all the other shows, it gets the whole sport growing. And that's what we talk about. We want the sport to grow. I love World's Strongest Man and I still class it as the biggest comp. But for me, strongman is a sport that happens all over the world all year long.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see growing, everything. And that's why people need to work together.
Thank you for the super chat. Liz, who won in 97 and 99? Yuko Ahala.
Yes.
Oh, God. Don't do that. Thank you. Oh, Colin made us do it all backwards, didn't he?
They are going to 246 kilos.
246. Okay. Oh, stay safe, both of you. Trapper King, thank you for the super chat. Tell Brian Strickland to put the log down. Love you guys. Brian Strickland, put the log down. Put the log down. No.
That's what I was waiting for. I was going to do that, but you do it, and I do it terribly.
Yeah,
so I'm glad you went for it.
Your Arnie impression is something else.
Awful.
David Bell, I've fallen asleep to you guys a couple of times this week. 235 Martins, yes, and now 246. We're going.
He's already done 235. 235. He did 2. No, Martins failed, but
Martins failed. Of course, sorry, of course. I'm getting confused
failed.
about who's still in it. It's
just Tom and Alexia. They're the only two left.
Yeah.
My battery's running low on my phone.
Is it? It's no good. Right, sex bots. We've done that. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. I might actually be up together with it all.
Oh,
you never know. Oh, Prep saying thanks for the recommendations for gyms. Well done, everybody. That was one of the best renditions of the Martins chant ever. Well done, Liz. Thank you so much. Well, you know, bring something a bit more culture to this chat. Oh, look, I'm working backwards now. Missouri, Liz and Lars. Will we ever see Martins compete at the Short Classic? My perception is he's avoiding it, but perhaps I'm wrong. I think Martins, like, obviously, we don't know, but I think Martins just competes in what he wants to compete in. He competes in the things that give him the biggest exposure as well.
Right now, Martin, if you look at what Martins competes in, he competes in the competition with the biggest prize money. And right now, he's done, if you look at his last 3 comps, the Rogue Invitational, the Rogue Invitational, for people that are new to Strongman, the Rogue Invitational last year was the highest amount of prize money we've ever had in a competition.
Yeah.
Martins won that. Obviously, he did the Arnolds this year. That was high prize money as well. And now he's competing at Worlds. The prize money at the Shore Classic last year was much lower than those competitions. I know Brian's putting this competition, he's growing it each year, and that's his goal, is to get it bigger. And hopefully it will get bigger. But I don't know if he'll do it or not.
Does he do it for prize money or exposure?
I think more for exposure than anything.
Yeah.
Because the Shore Classic is great if you're a Brian Shaw fan. But I've got people that had no interest in it at all that, you know, I train and they're on World's Strongest Man all the time.
I think having the stream, even though it's a pay-per-view, I think having it on a streaming platform is the best thing Brian could do to help grow
rather than his own website.
Yeah, I think, because the website was never designed to be used in that way with so much traffic and people have problems. I think this is a brilliant move and it's really going to help.
Last year, I really wanted to talk about, because I wanted to help Trey. I wanted Trey to get deserve the recognition of winning that competition. And you had to wait so long before I could even interview Trey. Yeah. By the time we got an interview with Trey,
man already,
everyone had moved on to Europe's Strongest Man. So that's my issue. Same with Worlds. And it's why it's good Worlds are letting people do things like this.
They never used to let people say who the winner was. It was crazy.
We're in a generation where people want results instantly.
Yeah.
As you can see, we want results instantly.
Yeah, well, it's sport, isn't it? That's how sport should be.
Yeah. If I'm watching a UFC fight, I don't want to watch it in a few weeks. I want to watch it now.
Oh God, yeah. I want to watch it 10 minutes
Carl,
ago.
thank you for becoming a member.
Yes, the French MC. But look how easy Thor made 473 look on the elephant bar, and Eddie had a harder time with 460, and Thor was in a lot better shape after 501.
What are we referring?
I don't know, because we haven't talked about this.
Yeah.
But do you want to make a comment on that, Lozzie?
Well, I don't quite know what we're talking about with that one. No. But I agree, Thor looked more comfortable doing those lifts than Eddie. But Thor's a bigger man. You know, he's got just ridiculous genetics, a huge frame. But Eddie was the first guy to do 500, which without someone like Eddie, the guys wouldn't be chasing what they're chasing now.
It breaks the barriers.
Breaking those barriers. Suddenly, if someone does it, everyone else goes, if he can do it, then
then actually,
how did he do it? I can do it.
Yeah.
I've got superior genetics. I'm going to do it even better.
And
that's Thor, Brian Shaw, guys like that. They've got ridiculous genetics.
Yeah.
Extremely hardworking as well.
What's happening now, Lazo?
Apparently a few minutes, and then we are going to have Alexei attempt the world record. Tom Stoltman is skipping this. Tom is done.
Okay. All right. That seems smart, to be fair.
I think this is really smart by Tom.
Oh, and hopefully,
as you predict with Alexei, he just keeps going.
He won't stop. I said this about the wrecking ball hold. There's no way he goes out and picks it up for a second.
I think it's more important for Alexei to get this extra point.
It is. Overall. He needs it today.
Tom has done incredible. He's had second on everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's not. He might be joint first, even if Alexei gets this, but he'll be second on every event today.
Yeah.
He will be in a very happy position.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Tom Stoltman's day one has gone perfectly.
Yeah. Tyler, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Brian will attempt to take back the Dinny Stone record? Unless they did it in another series of the strongest man in history. Almost definitely not, to be honest. He doesn't come over to the UK that often anyway, does he? Probably not, to be fair.
I don't see Brian attempting to break it. No. I see people breaking it. I just don't think Brian will be the person.
No. Michael, thank you for the super chat. When does the TV deal with CBS expire? Well, I don't know, because apparently this year it's going to be on Paramount Plus, and I don't know if that means their contract with CBS is expired. I don't know how it works in America. I don't know how it works over here. What am I saying? No, honestly, sorry, we don't have a clue about that. Michael, where's your comment, Michael?
Who thinks Tommy is going to be a 2 times world's strongest man? Let's have some chilies, spicy chilies for
Don't make the chat go crazy, Lozzie.
It's just fun.
Look, it jumps. Oh, okay.
Spicy chilies. Like for the video and subscribe to the channel, guys.
Loz knows what you want to say. Shannon, thank you for the super chat. Love the sport. Thanks for the content, guys. I have my first strong woman competition in 2 weeks.
Best of luck, Shannon.
Lots
We hope
of luck,
you smash
Shannon,
it.
and most of all that you have fun.
Ben Savage, how we doing, buddy?
Ben, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the stream. Miss chatting about World's Strongest Man after sending training vids through. Hope you're both well.
I hope you're well too, buddy.
Never
One of
wanna
my
feel-
former clients. Unfortunately, he can't train right now with me, but awesome guy, and I hope he's training hard.
Here we go. Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for sharing this with us. Every time I mention World's Strongest Man to my wife, she runs out of the room screaming, spoilers. We always wait at Christmas. Well, that's incredible if you're genuinely able to wait that long. But problem is, it just ends up everywhere on social media, doesn't it? RT6, thank you. 76, thank you for the super chat. This one is for Loz and his love of WWF and WWE. And
Woo!
in terms of feeling sorry for people, I believe it was Ric Flair who said, if you want to be the man, you have to beat the man.
That's damn right.
Do
I
you
love Ric Flair.
do a Ric Flair quote, Lassie?
Well, that was a great Ric Flair quote.
Oh, yeah, but you,
My
who was the woo?
that was Ric Flair.
Oh, right, sorry, I don't know. Woo! Who's the one who used to say Elizabeth?
That was Macho Man.
Okay, that's all I know because Loz says it to me all the time.
I'll do my Ric Flair impression for you off camera afterwards.
Okay.
I'm too embarrassed and shy to do it right
Do
now. In
it.
front of
I
6,000.
did an army impression in front of 6,000. Be brave, Lozzie. It's okay. We're all friends here.
I'm the limousine riding, kiss stealing, wheeler dealing, son of a gun. That was terrible.
Well, I don't know that it was. So
It was
Okay.
terrible. And you're going to see a load of
yeah,
people comment
to
in
be
a
fair,
second.
it did feel
I didn't
bad.
even get it right. It's been a
No.
long time on here. Now, what we're coming up to 3 hours. I'm going to use that as my
Oh
excuse.
my goodness. Come on, man. How long does a max event take?
We're nearly there. We've got one athlete to go. He's under the bar behind the next split.
And
kick,
he's
and it
got
goes
it!
up.
Yes!
Alexei
Alexei
Novikov.
Novikov, 246, was it?
Yes.
A new world record for Alexei Novikov.
And a win, more importantly for
Yes,
him.
event win. My
two wins.
goodness.
2 wins for Alexei Novikov.
Yes, the deadlift and then this. Oh, yes. Come on,
Wow.
Alexei.
He is put like
He's putting himself in a
I
good
think right
position.
now it is a 2-horse race.
Yeah, I agree between those two. We'll have a look in a minute what it's done to the points because we're going to do our recap video. Let's please quickly
Okay.
the super chats. Put your
I'll
phone
behave.
away. Put it in the bin. Right, Kevin is in the bin.
No. I just got.
Thank you for the super chat. Would you consider doing an extended video about or sharing some insights on how you were able to rehab your knee?
Yeah, we can definitely do things like that.
Right, there you go.
It's still not perfect by any means, but I'm working on it.
God, it keeps
The chilies are going nuts, but we need. What's Alexei's nickname?
Alexei.
Yeah.
Socks.
What?
His nickname's Socks.
Since when?
This Socks. Because at the Arnold's, at his first Arnold's, he had very bright socks on.
Oh,
So we all call him Socks. You're not part of this game.
oh sorry.
Right.
Clearly not.
Fraser, thank you for the super chat. Just closed the Captains of Crush 3 for the
Woo!
first time in a year. Well
That's
done.
really good.
Very
Captain's
good.
Crush number 3 is very good. I closed one in Dubai, didn't I?
Yeah, and I closed the trainer.
You did?
So proud.
Wow.
Look,
Alexei Novikov, just,
he did. That man is so impressive.
he really is.
Ajax, thank you for the super chat. Doing more lifts hurt them tomorrow? Yeah, but could take a bit more out of them. It's a risk versus reward thing.
It's a
isn't
heavy
it?
weight, you know, it could well
Yeah.
take it out of them. I mean, they're going to go away now and focus on recovery. That's they're professional athletes. That's what they do these days. They'll have physio, they'll have ice baths, they'll have machines to help with treatment.
Yeah.
They'll get hooked up to an IV. They'll do absolutely everything to try and help recover as much as they can. But clearly, they will be feeling it.
Yeah, but if you want to be the winner, you've got to lift the biggest weights. The Party Wizard, thank you for the super chat. Loz, do you know of anywhere to train for strongman in or near Carlisle? Cumbria is 10 years behind everywhere else. I can't find somewhere to start.
I would need to check, but they'll definitely be somewhere. If you're on Instagram, message me and I will try and have a look for you.
There you go. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Sex bots are spicy. They are indeed, and they love to come out and play. They love a bit of strongman too.
There's a lot of spicy chilies in the
Yeah, we've got
comments.
a wall of chilies in the
was
comments.
my fault, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. That's why I said stop that.
Tomorrow I'll get like the oranges.
The oranges?
Yeah.
Oh, for Martins.
Martins.
Yeah. Hold on. We're nearly all caught up.
You-
And then we're going to let you all go for the evening because the event is obviously over for the day. Oliver, thank you for the super chat.
I'm listening.
I missed the finals so far, celebrating my best friend's 20th birthday. How's it going? Is Coach Moose doing good? Oliver,
Coach Moose is doing good, but I'll give you a quick rundown of the
Yes.
overall scores as long as this is correct. I think it is.
it will be. Yeah.
So, in 10th position is Athor Melstead. He's on 4 points. Gabriel Reham is on 6 points. Maxime Boudreau is on 11.5 points. Luke Stoltman is on 15.5. Brian Shaw in 6th place on 16.5 points. Then we have Trey Mitchell on 18. Mitchell Hooper on 19 points in 4th place. Martins on 20 points in 3rd place. Then we've got a big jump up after only 3 events to Tom Stoltman, who is on 26.5 points. And topping day one off with 28 points is Alexei Novikov. Never count Alexei out. You said that to me just yesterday.
I did. And you never listened to me because I'm the wife. No, I'm joking. He does listen to me. Thank you for this. But
I want an easy life.
No comment.
But I am going to stand by. Tom Stoltman is going to be the world's strongest man this year. He's got a very good day tomorrow. Bus pull, power stairs, Atlas stones. It's going to be a fun day for sure.
It will. Beesmas, thank you for the super chat. Liz, who won World's Strongest Man in 1987? Trick question. It was pure strength and it was Jean-Paul Sigmarsson. There was no World's Strongest Man that year.
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
Come at me. Damien, thank you for the super chat. Hey guys, really appreciate everything you're doing for the sport. Ahala would have won in year 2000.
Hard to say. He wasn't in it. So very
Yeah.
difficult thing to answer.
Richard, thank you for the super chat. Cheers for the coverage, guys. I've watched Strongman since the 80s when I used to watch it with my gran. Thanks so much. Really enjoy you guys. Cheers to Northern Ireland. Thank you so much, Richard. We appreciate you joining us this evening.
All of you joining us. It's been a fun night.
Michael Watson, it's been a long night, nearly 3 hours.
I know.
Michael Watson, thank you for the super chat. Seen a few Stoltman haters recently. If any of you do have a problem, how about you come down to the Highlands and see us about it? We can sort it the Scotland way. Those Scottish people are crazy. They will club you to death with a stone. No, I'm joking. They're very lucky.
Listen,
people.
I will tell you, like every single one of these guys in the final, they are cool guys.
Yeah.
And the dedication just to be there is amazing.
Yeah, definitely. We're mopping them up, guys. Old Time Strength Gym. Thank you for the super chat. Bobby used a cold weather version of Cerberus Tacky. Should have used grade 4, which is for the hotter weather. I invented it. LOL. Top feed, guys. Finn.
Yeah, no, totally agree with you. He just chose the wrong tacky, and that's a mistake on Bobby's part. That's something as a pro athlete you should know. I'm sure he won't make the same mistake.
Oh,
again.
he'd been kicking himself. There's your super chat. There we go. How good would Jimmy Marku have been had he continued?
Jimmy was awesome. Very, very strong guy. Jimmy's only issue, he found it hard to really get dedicated to the sport. So, without that mental side, it's very difficult, but he was unbelievably talented. Biggest calves you've ever seen.
Jordan, thank you for the super chat. I had Alexei doing well in the press. He's incredible at jerking the circus dumbbell instead of push pressing. I'm sure there's tons of carryover.
I did say yes to you yesterday. I thought day one for Alexei would be really good.
Yeah. And I haven't seen a lot of training from Alexei, but I figured this would be a great event for him as well. It's just
great mobility, explosive.
Yeah. Just a proper athlete, isn't he? He's really...
I think the reality is Novikov's got a hell of an uphill struggle. Sorry, not Novikov, Martins.
Oh, right, yeah. I was going to say he's in first place.
Yeah. I think Brian can pull himself up into the top 5, but I think it's going to be hard to get into the top 3.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going backwards. Hold on.
What are you doing?
I don't know. It's another wall of chilies, Lozzie, incited by you. I hope you're happy.
Oh. There we go. Everyone is excited for Tom Stoltman. So there we go. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us this evening.
There's one more there. There you go. Heath Dean, I appreciate your friendship. You're both legends. Thank you from Florida.
Thank you so much, Heath. We appreciate all you guys joining us and
it is indeed nuts.
Commenting, subscribing, liking. It's amazing.
Lozzie, one more. How would a
Brock
prime
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar do it?
Do you know what I think? Brock Lesnar, if he trained for strongman, could have been very good. And John Cena as well. John Cena would make a great, especially lighter-weight strongman. I think John Cena in the under 105s would have been really good.
There you go.
But,
Richard, Paramount Plus is a streaming service for CBS. It's the same company. Let's go, Alexi. Thank you for informing us.
Thank you so much, Richard.
So many things we don't know when you guys really get us out of it sometimes. Thank you.
It's good. See, we are learning stuff as well. It's brilliant.
Indeed. Cameron, have I missed something in the strongman community? Where is this hate Brian
Where is
from?
Brian hate? I mean, people seem to think I hate Brian and you hate Brian.
Which obviously isn't true.
We clearly do not.
No. I think people just have divided opinions. And I think as it grows, you see more and more of that. So
you'll see a lot of fans. They're dedicated to their one guy. So that was the big issue with the Eddie and Thor thing. There was
it was almost blind dedication.
And us guys in the middle that were like, oh God, you like both of them. It's an awkward place to be, but I do not hate any strongman. No. Not even Robert Oberst.
No.
People think I hate him, but I don't hate anyone. I find hate is too much energy.
Oh yeah, we're not hateful people.
I just give an honest opinion of what I think is going to happen.
Woo, limousine riding, jet flying,
there we go.
Right, do it now. Go on.
I'm not doing it anymore. But he's doing a much better impression than me.
Thank you, RT76. Even written, yours is better than
his. Absolutely.
Jiminy Crickets, Alexi, cell phone damage, Novikov.
Yeah, he broke my phone.
He did at the Strongman Classic.
But we forgive him. He is a good guy.
Tom, final win. Yeah, wow. Tom is going to be very difficult to win now. Right, I think we've got them all. So, to beat. Sorry, it's really late and I'm really tired. Guys, we're going to go before we get any more super
Thank you so much. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
Have a great rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Smile and wave.